German sips with a grin so wide. Pogs on the table can't hide his pride. Creator in the corner starts to glare. Madness sparks and hate fills the air. Stack 'em high, a tower of luck. Germans winning, it feels like pluck. Alice Matt's fury, a brewing storm. Visions of pogs in every form. Pogs are spinning, tables turning. Alice Matt's eyes with fierce fire burning. Germans' laughter echoes loud in a world that's pog-bound proud. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. And he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Alas, mud fumes can't take no more. Pogs and slammers hit the floor. It's not about the game you see. It's about what fun could be. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann.
Before I do the next intro, let me just say hi to the people in the chat. I see the usual abusers are here. Gee Colors are here. They're both here from the band zone, so watch out for them. My dude Plungecast is in the chat. How's it going, Plungecast? Of course, Shifter, the original abuser. Hello, Shifter. I saw Risey shiting, so shout out to Risey, my ninja. It's good seeing you around. Massive Panda. How you doing, Massive? One of my first people to always comment in the chat, so it's great to see Massive Panda in the chat. Helmut is there somewhere, but hail to Helmut. Did I say hothead? I think I said hothead, right? I said hothead. So yes, hail to hothead. JV Styler's in the chat. How you doing, JAV Styler? Welcome to the stream tonight. It's gonna be an interesting one, an informative one, but interesting nonetheless. I see the KSS is in the chat. He's tippy-toeing on the band zone stuff. So, but he's a top commenter. So I don't want to put KSS in the band zone with Gee and Colors. Because look, that's why she's in the band zone, because she chooses violence. Every time she chooses violence. This one. Hothead, please don't allow yourself to be groomed by Colors. Please don't. You're still one of the good ones. Don't do that. So this is a quick shout out to the chat as we go on to the next intro.
You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right then. You put the end in tight end, and as I touched down, just like you in
I knew you like that, Risey. I knew you would. We all know that you are. Let me make sure. Yep, I got the right mic. Risey is a Swifty, so why not? Shout out to Risey Lee. No, I'm not threatening you, KSS. I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let me put the mic closer to me so there's no confusion. I'm just saying. Listen to carefully what I'm saying. Don't tippy toe on the band's on. That's all I'm saying. Like, you're still in the chat. You're still commenting. Uh, the Mood of Hell says Taylor Swift gave me gonorrhea and I never said thank you. Well, you're welcome. So, by the way, help Risey get a Taylor skin in Fortnite, please. He deserves it. He deserves a skin in Fortnite, a Taylor Swift skin. Why not? Why not? Let him have it. Let him have it. So, Ray Haylock's in the chat. How's it going, Ray? So, I guess a lot of you that I don't normally see on my Thursday streams are here for the topic, of course, which I knew was going to happen. I mean, once in a while I'll do streams like this because it's good to be, I don't know, it's good to be informed, up to date, and kind of put things in perspective. And I'm not going to say the word, I use the word community quite often, but some people don't get. I use it in a very mocking way because there is no community in the indie comic space. There's none. I mean, it's clicks. No, don't get me wrong, there is clicks, but as far as like the indie community, that doesn't exist. That is a facade. So, but we get to hear, or rather, we want to, I guess, call shit out. Let's be honest. We want to call shit out because if we're ignoring it, then what we're doing is we're not acknowledging that it is a problem. By the way, the picture of me here with the A on the top and this on the bottom, I don't know. It's not right. I gotta change the background. The background was I usually put the thumbnails of the stream as a background, but it doesn't look right here. It just looks weird. What did I do? It looks so weird. I didn't even think about that because it makes it look like I have a horn in my head, and I don't have a horn in my head because I get people mocking me for my head shape anyway. It's not right. Maybe if I put this there, yeah, we'll leave it there. Sure. Still need a background though. Let me see. Maybe I can put one of my older backgrounds there. No, I'm too lazy to do it. Fuck it. All right. Well, maybe the logos here, the icons here, will offset the weirdness of that on top. But he looks like more like a penis head instead of a peanut with the. You know what, Helmut? This is not pink. This is red. This is a red shirt. You want to cut my wrist and show you how red it is? I'm sorry if you're colorblind, but this is clearly red. Get a color palette, and you'll see I'm telling the truth. I don't lie to you people. I don't lie to you people. This is purely red. God. Wait, I don't shave my head. It just outgrew my. You know what, KSS? Body shaming is not good. We're here to uplift each other in this community. This is not good. You're violating the rules of the community. We uplift each other. We don't body shame. We welcome you here. We are tolerant here. Leave my head alone. I stopped wearing the mask because I assumed that you people grew out of this, but no, I gotta go back to wearing the mask now. Damn it. Dark Gift in the chat. Hell, what's up? What's up, Peep? Says Dark Gift. Yes. See, at least he's not mocking my head. But you people want to mix him with my head. You guys aren't going to be happy to see my actual skull. So I've had a real bad accident, and the skull pops out, and then, oh, shit, he actually had a human head after all. God. I'm not bald, Colin. It's just a light hit in my head. I shave my head like every few days, so it doesn't go past the half inch that I don't want on my head. So I actually shaved it today, and I'm gonna go this way next week before I my trip down to North Carolina. I'm excited for North Carolina. So Heroes Con is next week. Next Thursday is going to be like the Artist Alley thing, and then Friday is the show. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm heading down the 19th. So which I didn't know about the Artist Alley thing, so I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going down with latest Shadow Band, so we'll probably take turns driving. So maybe I might be able to attend that Artist Alley thing on the 19th, but either way, I'm going to head down there. So excuse me. So Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that trip. I'll be bringing copies of Street Champion Road Warrior Drake as well as Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake. Let me show the books on stream right now. So yes, I'll be bringing copies of these two, Street Champion Road Warrior Drake and Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake. 110 pages of fun and excitement. This one, 149 pages of fun and excitement, each with a complete story. So you'll definitely get your money's worth with these two books. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, and the manga. I got the proof back. The proof looks good. So I'm thinking by tomorrow I'll have the mangas ready, and then I can start shipping the mangas with the other orders. So fulfillment is going to be a little bit, but I am shipping books every week. But yeah, this is the manga, 149 pages of excitement in manga form with some slight adjustments to the art to reflect a more manga style. So with the ISB and everything, and the website roadwarriordrake.com right here. So yeah, so this is a definitely excited about this one. So I'm excited about all versions of the book, especially the hardcover, which I have right here. Right, is that the hardcover? Is this the hardcover right here? Well, it's a hardcover for Street Champion Road Warrior Drake. So I think I put the hardcover away for Beast Citizen, but let me see, where is it? Here it is. The hardcover, Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake. So, and then the hardcover for Street Champion Road Warrior Drake. So you can get either one at the con next week. Wow, I can't believe it's next week. That's insane. Next week I'm going to be in North Carolina for the convention. That's insane. But I'm not going to be the only one there. There's a lot of people that's going to be there. Narwhal, the artist for Vatican City, for Dark Horses Vatican City, is going to be there. So it's going to be fun. Let's see. I sort of come. Okay, Massive Pandas. I hope my copies of Beast Citizen and Ashcan come soon. Looking forward to it. I know I sent a book out with the Ashcan this week, so just saying, just saying, just just saying. So, okay, he has his copy. He wants to open it on stream. I'm looking forward to that. I'd like to see that. I definitely want to see that. So that'll be awesome. Are you going to get any footage at Heroes Con? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I definitely want to get some footage that I want to show on stream. So I'm looking forward to that. There's probably going to be some footage of people like Narwhal, Twitless, Matt C. Unless they don't want to be on camera. Some people may not want to be on camera. I do respect people's right to be anonymous. I'm cool with that. We got TJ in the chat. What's up, TJ? Welcome. Yeah, we got a good here. I guess people want to hear my thoughts on this thing. So yeah, let's get to it, because I don't want to cock tease people anymore, because I know that's why you're here. You want to hear the hot takes on the Rob Hunter situation. So let's talk about that. All right. And I'm not going to be shitting on people, but I'm not going to pull punches either. So let's have this conversation. Normally my Thursday streams with the Indie Comic Outliers, I talk about indie comic artists of the past whose artwork would not be considered good by this little sphere in this little sphere, which is a BS mentality. It's actually a BS opinion. So I started doing those Indie Comic Outlier streams specifically because I was getting some heat over my style of art, and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't say I wasn't trying to turn the world upside down or anything. I was just gonna make a fun book and a fun story. And I think part of my own particular failure in the marketing was not showing where that inspiration came from. So these Thursday Indie Comic Outlier streams was meant to spotlight specific artists in the underground movement and the alternative movement. And I've been getting a lot of feedback from people saying that they like the streams, and they get exposed to indie creators of yesteryear, and then they begin to understand what I'm doing. So it's been fun going over those. But once in a while, I'll do what they call the special Indie Comic Outlier streams, and today is one of those streams. So we're gonna get into it, and we're gonna talk about it. Yeah, we're gonna do that right now, kids. I'm actually gonna open up the page right now. Let's see here. Share my screen, and as I'm doing this, let me just say this: I'm very sympathetic to circumstances that happen in people's lives. My day job deals with people that have circumstances, and part of what I do in my day job is I try to help them. I won't go into too much details on that, but I get it. Like, everybody's got circumstances in their life, so I don't fault somebody for having a circumstance come into their life that may affect certain other areas in their life. I don't do that. But I think when it comes to the crowdfunding stuff, and I see that Pumpkin Warpath is covering me up. So let me take her and Drake off the screen for a second and replace it with a different overlay. Not because I want to see my face, I kind of don't, but I learned that keeping my face on the stream does help with the engagement because for people it's just better than seeing an avatar. People get tired of avatars, so I totally get it. There we go. Okay, so that's a pretty good one. We'll keep that overlay. This is the update for Death Raider. This is Rob Hunter, who was a I know people say he's a CG king, but was he officially ever crowned the CG king? I don't know. He's been on this on the streams with Ethan, so I guess there you go. But he posted this today at 1 o'clock. Okay, and I'm gonna read his words, and now as I'm reading him, I'll give you my thoughts, and then I want to hear you guys in the chat what you guys think. So he says, "Saving the Death Raider comic. Death Raider campaign was such a financial disaster. I pissed away my savings in 3 years of my life. I could have been doing something. I could have been doing anything else." So stop right there. So I've learned that if you dedicate your life to one thing, it becomes it doesn't you lose the productivity associated with that because it'll either become obsessive for you or you'll become indifferent to it. You gotta have balance in your life. That is, I say it to any artist. You gotta have balance in your life because if not, you're gonna be a wreck. So definitely balance is important in your life when you, especially when you're doing comics. Because good night. Like, let me continue on. Crowdfunding is nearly dead. Now that was a surprising statement. He said that crowdfunding is nearly dead. He says my peers' campaign totals drop with every new release. That was insane that he wrote that. He's actually saying that his peers, and I'm guessing he's just talking about his kings, that every time they put a crowdfund out, that the numbers are dropping, they're plummeting. That's a scary thing. If you're in the CG thing, that's a scary thing. To know that you're to know, and he's putting it out there because they know they're talking about this behind the scenes. The support is dwindling, the numbers are shrinking. Darkest says, not only that, it sounds like he didn't even care about the craft. Yeah, we're gonna get more into the words, but yeah, for me personally, it's like I kind of feel not insulted because it's a first world problem, but I look at it, I'm like, this is dumb. This is so careless that you would put a crowdfund out, make that kind of money with whatever fucks you had, and you couldn't get this done. Meanwhile, people that were considered quote unquote breadcrumbs are getting shit done. And I think that's that needs to be called out. Like, kid gloves are off. Just call this crap out. I'm sorry. Colin says, imagine not finishing your comics. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me either. Listen, dude, I have, my last book was 149 pages. Okay, I know people think I'm shilling, but I'm proving a point. 149 pages, and I spent 2 years on it. I got it done, and I'm fulfilling it right now. I'm sending copies of it out right now, weekly. So it's getting done. So, I can't imagine. So Darkest says he has a lot to say about this update. So, yeah, let me hear your thoughts, dude. Put it in the chat. I want to see what you got to say. I'm gonna be reading the chat, so you guys definitely should be putting it in the chat. And I know probably Darkest will probably stream about it later too. So, but let me continue on. So he says that his peers' campaign drops with every new release. I have left comic books for good and now have a very low paying job in manufacturing, which is still higher than was my livelihood crowdfunding, which was below the poverty line. So there needs to be a thing that has to happen. And I'm talking to the backers, okay? Listen to me carefully. I think if you're a backer, so let me put this in context. So when you get an insurance policy, right, whether it's auto insurance or health insurance or life insurance policy, there has to be an expectation of solvency. What that means is when you get into a life insurance policy, you're getting to it with the understanding and the guarantee that they have the finances to cover you. That's what they mean by solvency. So you don't just get a policy with and not expecting there to be the money when you need it. That's the expectation of solvency when you get insurance. I think when you back a book, there has to be some kind of expectation from the creator that they are financially independent apart from any funds they get from a book. And I'm not saying that's 100% going to fix anything, but we didn't learn from Critias. It seems like we didn't learn from what he did. And now it seems like this is not entirely the same thing, because the book apparently is finished. Death Raider is apparently finished, because you're going to read that some of the backers are asking for that PDF and they'll be fine with it. So, but it seems like it is a thing. Like, and he's not the only one. There are people that will crowdfund and they'll take that backer money and they'll either put it in investment somewhere or they'll spend it. And it's like, that was not what that money was meant to be for. It was meant to be used to get the book done, whether it's to get it printed, to an artist, or whatever the case is. But that money was specifically meant for the production of that book. And a lot of people who crowdfund take that money and they spend it elsewhere. And backers need to start asking those questions. You got to start asking, what is the money for? What are you going to do with that money? I think you have a right to ask those questions, and that person crowdfunding should be, it should be giving you those answers straight up without any BS. Likewise, the creator should be solvent, or they should have a job on the side apart from this, and you should ask those questions. I think using crowdfunding money to fund your lifestyle is BS. It's 100% BS. So I think I think you should definitely start putting these people on the hot seat. Don't let them off the hook. Just be like, hey, listen, what is your day job? I mean, maybe they won't give you that day job information, and I'm not saying they should, but they should give you a guarantee that, yeah, I'm getting my bills paid through my job. That crowdfunding money is not going to be used for any of that, for anything related to my personal life. So, okay, Darkus says this is worse than Critias. He mismanaged money and overpromised. The guy tried to live off the funds. Okay, I'm gonna disagree on this one point. Critias didn't finish the book. At least Rob Hunter did. So I think if he at least sends the PDF, he's done more than what Critias has done. But that being said, he should have learned from Critias, and he did not. So I think you could probably, I guess if you want to argue that makes him worse, sure, I guess. I'm not I don't think that's something I could argue with. It is fucked up. $2 from Daimel C. He says, this is why my comic is print made to order on Ko-Fi. Yeah, there are people that will finish their books and then crowdfund. I didn't do that because I wanted to strike while the iron was hot, but I made sure to hell that I was going to finish my book. But yeah, definitely finishing your book first is a great marketing tool when you actually start crowdfunding, because you have the actual product ready to ship. So, Guy Geet says he sounds like he didn't even enjoy the craft. So interesting. Yeah, I mean, I didn't follow up Hunter. That's why I'm not commenting too much on him as a person or circumstances. I'm just going by what he posted and offering my thoughts on that. But yeah, some other people are saying he didn't enjoy the craft. And you know what? I don't even think it's just him. You'll go on some streams and you'll see like certain people that will just talk about their book, but they're not enthused about it. They're not enjoying it. They're not entertained, or they don't sound like they're entertained by it. And they're just like, I don't feel the enthusiasm by you. So why should I buy into you if you're not enthused about your own stuff? So anyway, let me continue on. So, okay. So he said that, he talked about, he left comics and he has a very low paying job in manufacturing. It's an honest job. It's still higher than his livelihood crowdfunding, which was below the poverty line. Okay. So again, like, he took the money and used it to fund his lifestyle. That's BS. So he says, why should you care? The point of crowdfunding, in theory, is it covers my bills, which while I work and promote the project. Okay. Full stop. Again, I don't know if Ethan or anybody had that conversation with him behind the scenes or whatever and told him what it was for, but the money is not for your lifestyle. It's not for your bills. It's for production of the book. I got a child yelling out there, so you'll probably get a lot of the life in my streets right now. So maybe at some point I'll do a quick intro and then close the windows. But I like the breeze. But it's supposedly for the production of your book, as I stated earlier, for printing it, paying your artists, shipping. Well, shipping is a separate cost that gets added later when you complete the crowdfund. But that's what that money's for. It isn't for anything else. So somehow he had it in his head that it was meant to cover his bills while he works and promotes the project. And then he says he used his savings and freelance work to help carry the death rating through the campaign. That doesn't sound like somebody that really understood how crowdfunding works. That's insane. Like that doesn't make any sense. He didn't understand how crowdfunding works. Like the money you get from crowdfunding is for the production of that book. It's for the production of that book. That's bizarre. $2 from TJ. How's it going? He says, salute to you for finding your lane. Yes, thank you, TJ. And you know what? I'm glad you said that because, and I wish I had that clip. I really do. But I saw an interview with Todd McFarlane. And by the way, I joke to people that I'm this generation's Todd McFarlane. So you'll hear me say that often, and I mean it. Anyway, there was a clip, and I wish I had it. Well, he talked about, and he wasn't talking about this space, but I'm sure he's heard it from a lot of people around him, where he says that creators should stay in their lane and not critique others. And I heard that, and I kept that close to me. That kept that close to me, and I'm like, yeah, that's solid advice. Stay in your lane. Just, I mean, we all have critiques, we all give critiques, but there's a point where you cross over lanes, and now you're just interfering with business, and that's fucked. So, and I'm talking about Eric July. Like Eric July is a guy who's been doxxed. He's had some information doxxed. He's been harassed. He's been trolled beyond fun at this point. But you know what? He's trucking along. I give props to Eric. He's trucking along. But PlungeCast says, go sell coffees. Yeah. Yeah, he's talking to talking about Rob Hunter. So the backer money is only for the bills to complete the product. Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's the printing, paying of the artist, things like that. And I wouldn't even use it for the marketing. Like when Critias used some of that to market his book. And no, that was wrong. Because unless you actually budgeted it, to include marketing, he shouldn't have done that. And I think a lot of these crowdfunders don't know how to budget. They get the money, and then some of them probably have not seen that much money in that single collective, and it just messes with their head. And then they just go buck wild with it. And then it's just, holy crap, it's what the hell? Like what the hell? How is it that me, a breadcrumb, a peasant, a lowly peasant like me, how is it that I'm able to fulfill my books, get it done and fulfill them? And I've had no experience in the mainstream. Shh, quiet. I've had no experience in the mainstream. None. And yet, I somehow managed to get my books fulfilled. I'm still currently fulfilling for Be Citizen right now. But it's happening. Every week I'm sending books out. How is it I can do that? But these other people with more money than me, who have apparently more prestige than I do, can't do that. I don't, and then they don't give proper updates. They don't give proper updates. That pisses me off, is that they don't give proper update. Look at my update to my campaigns, okay? I'm very specific with what I write. I talk about what stage the books are at in terms of production. I talk about my own personal deadlines for getting them done and getting them to the printers. And if I don't meet those deadlines, I let them know in advance. I'm not going to meet those deadlines. That's getting pushed back. I talk about when certain books are printed, like whether it's the trade paperback, the hardcover, or the manga. I talk about the fulfillment. I try to be as detailed in my updates because it helps with the passage of time if they know at what stage your books are at. But a lot of people can't be bothered to do that. They really can't be bothered to do that. Story time with friends. That's Edwin Boyette. He says, what I see with many is an over prioritizing wasting time on YouTube and chasing content there rather than drawing and writing. You know, I think when I joined CG back in 2018, we were told that YouTube was a necessary part of our marketing and promoting of our books and promoting of the movie. I think what happened is the usage of YouTube became polluted. It became what's the word? Not polluted. It became corrupted to the point where instead of using YouTube to promote our books and to promote comics, we became YouTubers. The YouTube part became the brand, not the books. And I started to get into that too a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to get into YouTube and be a YouTuber. That's not what I want to do, because it comes with its own baggage, with its own drama. We saw this past week. We saw what happened with the incident with Sin City Manny and that other guy, the guy he shot and murdered, all for YouTube trolling. I'm like, that's clearly not what I want to do. I wanted to just make my books and have fun doing it. And yes, of course, I want to make a little money, but if I'm going to be honest, you don't make much of a profit on comic books. That doesn't give you a lot of money. Now, selling artwork makes money. Going to cons, if you have like a surplus of books, you can make a profit with the surplus. But overall, if you're going to be honest, you don't make that much of a profit in comics. You do it because you want to, because you like the craft, you like entertaining people, and you take that, and in the business sense, you go beyond just with the books. You go into the cons, you go into doing artwork and commissions and other things and licensing and all that stuff. So Imbrex says it's a lack of conscientiousness. Alas, they're lazy and they're chaotic people. Yeah, absolutely. Writers in particular should be writing short stories in particular. I think for a lot of writers, short stories is probably a good way to actually work out their kinks, because they don't write. Some of these writers, some of these books that I backed left me underwhelmed. And I don't want to use today's stream to talk about the quality of the books. That's something for some other day. But I'm just saying, like, when I read a book, I want to read and be entertained and come away feeling like I've experienced something, whether it's a laugh or enjoyment or excitement, whatever the case is. I don't want to read a book and then I'm like left hanging, like, well, that's it, like, so okay. So Dark says, this is why I say it's worse than Critias. Like I said, I get that Critias hasn't delivered, but this guy expected to live off the funds. He should have factored that into his goal. Not launch with a $500 goal. It is weird that he thought that he was going to live off of it from the beginning. That's the thing that boggles my mind. It's like you're some professional. You came into the crowdfund scene and you decided you're going to take the money and live off of it. Like, did you mention that to the backers? I don't know. It just seems very bizarre. So, EVS is the Amberlynn Reed of indie comics, and no, I won't elaborate. Okay, I won't ask. So, The Last Jedi is to blame for all this, real talk. Yeah, that movie launched a bunch of YouTube careers, and I think it really set the stage for what would be CG, because Last Jedi came out before CG, and that set the stage for where we're at right now. So it's the entitled attitude that gets me. Oh, 100%. Yeah, definitely. That's why when I talk about breadcrumbs, people like me, we're breadcrumbs, because we're not allowed to be here. We're not allowed to be in this space. We're not allowed to make books. We're not allowed to have our spot in this space, because we're not professionals. We're not pros. We didn't work in DC or Marvel. You know who else didn't work for DC and Marvel? Most of the indie comic creators from the 60s and 70s, and the alternative comic creators from the 80s and 90s. Most of them didn't work for DC and Marvel, and they had some good careers. So that's not really a flex at this point. So CG's job was not to corrupt and make books, but it failed miserably, starting with Zach. Oh, Zach is a different. Check out my last video that I uploaded about Richard C. Meyer targeting John's Longbox. That guy's off his rocker now. Now he's deleting comments for people that disagree with him. He has become the very thing he hated. Richard C. Meyer has become an absolute disappointment. No one should take his takes seriously anymore. Absolutely none. Colin for $2 says, I have to read this because he paid me to do it. So he says, duck, 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 quack, 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 Ducky Duck. Are you happy, Colin? Are you happy? She's happy. Okay. So okay. Oh, $5 from TJ for $5. He says, if someone tell me I've been here since 2018, I go, yep, me too. Hashtag me too. That damn Last Jedi. Yes. Actually, the Last Jedi movie was why I got into Midnight's Edge and all those channels. Midnight's Edge is still producing good videos. They're one of the only few from that era that I still listen to because they still make kick-ass videos. Like the last 2 videos that they did on the MCU was awesome. How they detailed the rise of the MCU under Ike Perlmutter and Avi Arad. And it's funny how like the things you don't even realize. Like back in the 90s, they had the Toy Biz Marvel action figures. That was Avi Arad and Ike Perlmutter. They were the owners of Toy Biz. And they had that Marvel license, and that's how they were able to eventually transition to filmmaking. And they did the Spider-Man and X-Men movies, and ultimately they carried that license into the MCU. It's fascinating stuff. I'm deviating a bit though, but scroll down a little bit. I'm sorry, you guys are on fire in the chat, so I definitely won't be able to read every single chat, but I promise to read as much as I can. Colin dropped a link to his Emerald Man comic. You could read it for free. Last I checked, he was on issue 20. So he has 20 issues of Emerald Man for free on Global Comics. Go check it out there. Salute to my comic creators who are getting it done, like Colin. Anyway, so let me finish reading Rob's update. So he says, why should I care? The point of crowdfunding in theory is to cover my bills while I work and promote the project. This never happened. It was my savings and freelance work that carried Death Raider through the campaign. Yet I still want to deliver to the few fans that supported this amazing project. Where does that leave the book? Either I come to some sort of compromise with my debtors and the book ships in the fall of 2025, or it's bankruptcy and the printing and shipping funds are confiscated. See, that's a part that kind of left me scratching my head. I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, because it sounds like there's some money on hold that he owes. So that's the part that kind of like, hey, what the heck's going on? Maybe somebody can shed some more light on this, but I'm going to look at some of the comments, some of the replies to Rob's post by his backers. Some of it positive, not all of it, but let me read some of this. So here we go. Okay, let me. I saw Rob Kiro left an interesting comment there. Let me. Before I read the comment, let me just quickly read some stuff in the chat because you guys have some very interesting stuff. So let's see here. Scroll up a little bit. Okay. Edwin Boyett says, contextualizing CG history. CG wasn't formed to push crowdfunding. Correct. It wasn't. CG existed for almost a year before crowdfunding came into the picture. Quick plug, if you check out my documentary, When the Cold War Hit Those Pretty Pictures, I showed how early CG was about criticizing the mainstream and calling out the woke shit and putting light on that. And, there was a lot of good video essays done during that time. So it was about that. But then the books became the next step, but we saw how that went down in today's sphere. Darky says, dude, I bust my ass working my job 5 to 6 days a week. Some shifts 12 to 14 hours, and other than one isolated book, I get my shit out. And I find time for the YouTube thing. Same. I listen, I have a day job. I come home, I do my other job, and working on my book as well. My hands are tied, but I make sure that my bills are paid. I make sure that my commitment to my backers and my fans and customers are fulfilled, that they are satisfied with what I'm giving them, that they know what I'm giving them, and that they're satisfied by it. I don't let any area of my life to overshadow the other and compromise it. But if it were ever to happen, I would stop the comments and just keep working my day job because that's where my money is coming from, and I gotta pay my bills. But I don't think I have to do that because I don't do to the comics what many people do. I understand its place. I understand my priorities. So like it gets done because of that. Helmet says, who would have thought that a deadbeat dad and shoe store porn extra is a stupid person with, as we talk about Richard C. Meyer, is a stupid person with stupid opinions making stupid decisions. By the way, Furiosa sucked dog ass. Oh, Helmet. Richard C. Meyer's going to clip this and put you on his next post like he did John's long box. So are you ready for the heat? Yeah. People were predicting that he was going to flip out over Ballerina, and on point. The moment someone said anything negative about Ballerina, he was right fast to the post tab on his YouTube channel and started calling people out. He was quick on the draw, man. I'll tell you that right now. He did not disappoint. So he lived the meme. Rob Carroll says, and most in CG are too busy fighting some war against the Rippaverse instead of helping their fellow creators. What a shame. Yeah, that war against that's the stupidest thing with the Rippaverse thing. Okay, you don't like the books, fine. You made your point. Move forward. Push this your books and push the excitement for what you're producing. You're not. You're shrinking the thing because you're pushing customers away with this nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Let me live off the money does more damage than late books, in my opinion. Not minimizing late books, but living off funds is unethical. Yeah, no, I mean, at least the late books come out. This is a different story because he misused the funds and lived off of it, which I don't think he communicated that to the backers. So, yeah, absolutely. Let's go down more. Dan Laws, James Hurley says Dan Laws is now saying the Dungeoneers and Rivers have killed crowdfunding. Well, we know that's not the case. That clearly is not the case. So that is not Lady Shadow Band, who made me a delicious dinner tonight. Shout out to Lady Shadow. Oh, by the way, Lady Shadow Band wanted me to tell people that she'll be down there with me at Heroes Con, and she's going to auction off these abominations. These aren't abominations. I'm just saying that, but she drew me as a peanut head and insulted me in front of a live audience. So she wants to sell these, and I don't know, but she wanted me to plug it. So I'm plugging it in case people actually, for some reason, decide they want to buy it rather than my artwork, which if you do that, I will go into a corner and never come out again. But she does say, show some love or hate and hit that button. Hit the button. Yes. Get me off. Well, actually, I'm kind of off the Shadow Band because my engagement's been pretty good the last few months. So I'm starting to understand the YouTube game a bit. So Rob Kier says, yeah, the Rippaverse crew are coming to Iconic Comics Bell County Comic Con this year. That got me surprised. Oh, that's the Austin Comic Con that they do, right? In November, I think it is. I didn't know about that till last year that they actually had a Comic Con. See, that's the thing. We're focusing on trashing Eric July or Yellow Flash and making that dumbass war, whatever you want to call it. Meanwhile, stuff like this doesn't get talked about, and that's a resource for comic book creators and fans to explore the love of the medium, and we don't know about it. It's embarrassing. It really is. Mazpan has agreed. I get people end up in bad situations, but it's gotten to the point where almost all these guys have a laundry list of excuses. Everyone's just tired of it now. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Everybody's just tired of it. I agree 100%. So let's see here. Shout out to the chat. You guys are on fire. I appreciate you guys giving your thoughts on this. I like reading the chat when in times like this because it helps contextualize my own opinions. If I'm on the right side, if I'm on the wrong side, if I'm being a bit too over dramatic, which I don't think I am. I think I've been kind of nuanced for the most part. Okay. JV Styles says, I get freaking free samples with 100 pages that look better than the $15 to $25 ash cans I've gotten from CG. $30K, you can print your little books, Rob. Yeah. By the way, my books are like 100 plus pages, and I charge the same amount of money as those that do 40 to 60 pages of stuff. So make that make sense. So let's see. Scroll up more. Let's see. This is BS. Okay, Hothead Studios. I haven't highlighted much of his comments. He said, this is BS. I'm so tired of these guys getting all this money, having all this talent, and still produce shit at the end of the day when it could have went to people who can get shit done. Yeah, well, I mean, that's, at this point, you know my thoughts on that. I think everybody is more or less in agreement that the wrong people are getting all that money because they're not using it properly and they're not producing the books that they expected. So yeah. Everybody says Comicsgate's having zero impact on the sales of the Rippaverse. That's because the Rippaverse fans are the ones doing the talking when it comes to the books. They're opening their wallets and they're supporting them, and they're the ones that are helping continue that brand. So, and that's all the noise Eric needs to hear is the feedback from his fans who are buying his books in good faith and promoting it and supporting it. That's the only noise he needs to worry about. So, I wish him well. I wish him success because we need to have more of the stuff in our space so that we have more options. I'm a big fan of options. The Bell County Comic Con is happening August 2nd and 3rd. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, I don't think I'll be able to make it this year. I would go though. I really would. I'd be, because I'm doing the Charlotte thing, and you know, I don't know. I gotta think about that. That's a big if, but I definitely would like to go to the Bell County Con. I totally would like to go. Candace says it's embarrassing. 100% Elasma. It's as embarrassing as saying my good friend Elasma won't take Lady Shadowban to a listen to me right now. I'm being serious. I'm giving my thoughts and my opinions. This is not for you to throw shade at me, pal. Don't you dare bring shade to. I'm respected. I'm an influential person. I have content. I am powerful now. I mean, what I meant to say, Candace, is I appreciate your feedback. It is insightful, and it's something that I must process and think about. So thank you for the chat. I appreciate it. Even though you didn't pay me for it, but thank you for it. I appreciate that. Absolutely. TJ says, no doubt. I know it's a season when you make your bread. That's what's up. Make that bread, especially with the blueberries or raisins, whichever you prefer. Let's see. Scroll down more. Okay, yeah, I'm a little behind the chat, so I'm gonna skip. Okay. Shifter says the Jews just hit Iran. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. Yes. Well, topic for another day. But yeah, I saw that. I'm like, oh boy. Anyway, yeah. Shout out to the guys in the chat. Did I go back a bit? Yeah, I went backwards a bit. Hold on. Let me go further down. I don't know how my thing does that. Or like I'll read a chat, but then it just scrolls backwards and I'm well behind the chat. But then I'm like, wait, I read that comment. Yeah, let me just go forward. I'm gonna skip a few. Okay, so I think I'm caught up now. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Thank you guys for helping me out with the views and the engagement. I figured this was going to be a hot topic because just when you thought that we've seen the last of this kind of shenanigans, it happens again with the people you least expected. But let me read the comments. These are the backers replying to Rob's post. Okay, so here you got a Matthew Floyd saying either produce the book or refund me the $271. Okay, so that was the first one that I've read today that was demanding a refund. So he says, produce me the book or give me a refund. George Clement, I didn't see that. He says, crowdfunding isn't for your bills, you effing scumbag. It's for your book. Give me my money back. Okay, there we go. So now, because earlier today it was a bit more supportive. I didn't see these comments I'm reading just now. These I didn't see. So now he's gonna start feeling the heat. So Ladies Man 727 says, what the F, man? And here's Pixel Trader who's given him a suggesting. Pixel Trader is one of the people that he's encouraging, and he'll offer information to help you in certain situations. So, but ultimately he's like, just get those PDFs out, get that book into a PDF and just send it to your backers. And you're gonna see that a lot of the backers are saying the same thing. Some of them are supportive. They're saying, sorry to see this happen, Rob. You're an amazing artist. Please send the PDF to the backers, says Josh Smith. Cole King says, dude, this isn't that difficult. Send out a digital copy to every backer with an apology and honest explanation about what happened. Most people will understand and give you a break. Keep the shipping and printing money to help out with your financial issues. Don't ever crowdfund again. Bam! He told him right there. He's like, look, I get it. You went through a crisis, understandably. Just give us our PDF. We're fine with it, but don't do this ever again. Don't crowdfund because you ain't cut out for it. So yeah, right there on the money. So let's see here. Yeah, 270. Yeah, a lot is the tragedy of all this hothead is there are people in the space backers who will shell out a lot of money to you, and they noped out because of shenanigans like this. They've noped out of this. And who does that hurt? Us breadcrumbers, because we could use that money and we're committed to getting it fulfilled. Because I think with those of us who have private sector jobs and who understand the respect of money, because we don't have a lot of it, I think we tend to understand the importance of preserving that crowdfund money specifically for the books for that reason, because we just have a respect for it. So yeah. Anyway, let me continue on with the comments. So another guy, Todd Antle, says he's sorry about it. He hopes he's okay. He says he's okay with getting a PDF. There you go. Tommaso Tucci, he says crowdfunding is based on goodwill. I hate to hear these bad things happen. he says, but according to the last update, the comic was finished. If there's no money left to print and ship, then send us a PDF. So again, more calls to send the PDFs. Another guy, Scotty Armstrong, says he ordered a physical and a digital. Can he get the digital? Stevenson says you raised 32,270. That's enough money for 6 to 8 months of living expenses. A 64-page book can easily be done during 6 to 8 months. Also, raising over 30K puts you in the top 10% of comic book campaigns. 90% of comic campaigns don't crack 10K. That is true. 100% true. Bill M repeating the same thing, saying that you should have sent and can still send that work you accomplished in a PDF to all backers. So it sounds like if he sends that PDF, a lot of the sentiment will sway in a more positive way. Now he's still gonna have to owe some people money back because the calls for refunds are gonna start piling up, and he's gonna have to do the right thing and send them refunds. So, yeah, I mean, here's Peter Orchard saying, Peter Orchard, he says, we understand that life hits hard sometimes. If there's any real chance you can deliver this book to your backers, myself included, will understand and wait for fulfillment. However, if realistically this is not possible, then the right thing to do is refund and call it a day. So, and he's offering a link to come to a stream to talk about the situation. Again, William Carradine, wants a refund. I mean, not a refund. He wants a PDF. So the earlier, most of the replies to his post were for people asking for that PDF. That they'll be fine with the PDF. But I just read these first three that just popped up. These are the most recent ones within the last hour, and now they're demanding refunds. So the calls for refunds are going to skyrocket. Let's see the discussion tab. Right now, the discussion tab has not blown up yet. The last one was by Ken Pruden, who says he's sorry to him and he's looking forward to the book, but whatever you decide, God bless. Jason Wright, again, saying that many people will be happy for a digital copy or a PDF. So, and Kevin Wright says, I second that, Rob. A black and white death rating would be swell. If you can't color it, they're okay with a black and white. So it's a Jimmy Ray situation now. It's where Jimmy Ray didn't color his book. He was only able to give out a black and white copy. Which I think is still better than not getting the book out. But that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, a lot of people are asking for the digital copy. That's the thing. Either give us a digital copy or give us a refund. But I think the cries for the refund are going to increase now because of this. So, we're gonna see what kind of feedback he's gonna get. This one just posted 3 minutes ago. This is almost heathen WV. That's a bummer, Rob. Speaking for myself only, but if all you can do is a PDF, then I'm okay. Yeah, so they're gonna be asking for a PDF or a refund. That's what's gonna happen here. Is a PDF or a refund. That's what they're gonna ask about. So, and I think he could do right with a PDF. Like if he produces that PDF and he sends it out to them, at the very least, he's done far more than someone like Critias has done. But that doesn't take him off the hook either, though. So like he does deserve whatever sentiment is headed his way. Like someone like Dark Gift who said that he thinks this is worse than Critias because he lived off those funds and he knew it, and he's it's just yeah. TC said, "Oh, this is the Death Raiders. I thought the book fulfilled. No, it did not. It did not fulfill. So I don't understand. I also don't understand Jimmy Reyes. These people have zero financial management skills. That's why. Okay, so that's why I said Guidance Room, and I'm calling you Guidance Room today because you made a very grounded comment. That's why I said if you're a backer, find out if these people that are putting these crowdfunders up, if they have regular jobs. Find out if they're solvent. That's why I said, like, how like when you get an insurance policy, you're getting it on the guarantee that they're solvent, right? So if you back a campaign by a person putting out a comic, you should have the guarantee that they have a job, they're making money, paying their bills, and this money is apart from any of that. I think that should happen, and you should start asking those questions. Start asking those questions, and don't let these guys off the hook. You should know what you're getting into. You should know what you're putting your money into. So, but yeah. So this has been the bulk of for today, and this is still new. So tomorrow, you're gonna get more people on X offering their thoughts, and it's probably gonna get heated. We're already seeing it on the comment section here now. It's getting heated now. Now it's, what? I want my money back. Refund me or give me a PDF. So we're gonna see exactly which of the cries are gonna be much louder. Edwin White says, just ran the numbers again. Oh, this is interesting. Through this evening, the Rippaverse has sold 85,465 books just from campaigns. This doesn't count direct sales outside campaigns. They're see, people want to look at their individual books and the sales and say, "Oh, these books are failing." But he's putting out a bunch of books in all at once, not all at once, but he's putting them out collectively close together. So every fan is not going to buy the book or each book that comes out. It's just not financially, it's not possible. But collectively, he's making bank. He's making bank. So he's doing pretty good. He's making the kind of money that CG should have been making, but CG isn't making that money because they blew off goodwill with, of all things, stuff like this: mismanagement of money and books unfulfilled. And no one wants to learn from the lessons of Critias and Shinobi Sasquatch with Cal Jameson. They don't want to learn those lessons. So CZ says, "Oh, he lived off the back of money. That money's supposed to go to the book." Yeah. So let me go back to the comment, so you can see it for yourself. So I'm gonna enlarge it. Okay. Let me make sure that you can see it. So I want you to see with his own words. So let's see. So he starts it here. Okay. In this paragraph, he says, the point of crowdfunding in theory is to cover my bills while I work and promote the project. This never happened. It was my savings and freelance work that carried death rated through the campaign. So yeah, he used that money to pay his lifestyle. And he says, makes this comment in the previous paragraph. He says he left comic books for good and now has a very low paying job in manufacturing, which is still higher. That was my livelihood, crowdfunding. So he said that crowdfunding was his livelihood. So he tells you right there that he was using crowdfunding to pay his bill. Yeah, to live his life. I don't think he said. I don't think he made that an expectation when he was launching his campaigns. So I think it's worse as Dark Gift because it throws into speculation the use of the funds. Critics mostly used it for the book, but for stupid shit. This guy's paying his rent. It breaks down trust. I mean, he flat out said that he was living off the. He flat out said that it was his livelihood. Crowdfunding was his livelihood. He flat out said that. Like, that's insane. I read this again and I'm like, wait a minute, I missed that part. Why? He said livelihood. He flat out said livelihood. Oh man. JV says the PDF would only be acceptable if it was like the Snowman situation, waiting for it to be printed. He's gonna get a lot of that too. It's like for some reason, for some people, the PDF ain't efficient or sufficient. I think here's what I think: give the PDF out to everyone, even if they don't ask for it, and if they want to refund them. That's what you should do, and I think that will help a little bit of the situation that he caused here. So I don't know if I'm explaining right. I get you. I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying completely. Let's see. Mazapan is a smart man talking to Plungecast. By the way, I saw the interview you did with Elasman on your Plungecast channel. Awesome interview. Yeah, shout out to Plungecast. Go check out his channel. The guy's got some interesting insight on stuff. I enjoyed being on his channel, and I think he's a good personality, Plungecast, to have around the space. So shout out to Plungecast. Give him a watch, and people like Plungecast can help save this nonsense because more people like him who are into comics, who are in it for the right reasons, we got to spotlight those kind of people. We really do. He's in it for the right reasons. So shout out to Plungecast. And just make it about the enjoyment and the excitement of the books, not the other extracurricular stuff. Plungecast is going to interview Tim Olson next time, whenever the hell I feel enough well to do it. Tim Olson, by the way, who was on issue number 4 of Melvin. I interviewed Tim Olson when he was doing Melvin number 1 back in 2020. 5 years later, he's on issue number 4. He's getting it done. He's putting the books out. So you could trust Tim Olson. If you're back at somebody like Tim Olson, you can trust to get your books. So, yeah, totally. Let's see here. Just catching up on the chat for a bit. JB says that the book should have been finished almost 2 years ago. What the f? He was doing all this time apart from bringing up the gay sex dungeon, the Dungeoneer stuff. Yeah, yeah, all that shit really just destroyed Comicsgate. It really destroyed it. For some people, Comicsgate was already destroyed, but those of us that stuck around as long as we were able to, that pretty much sealed the deal. So TJ says Eric July is getting real close to becoming a legit publishing house. I hope he does. That's more options for creators to get their stuff out there. That's why I think going after him and trying to ruin his business is stupid. If you hate comics and you hate this indie stuff, go after Eric July and ruin a potential outlet for other creators. It's dumb. It really is. Ironberg says the bagels are delicious. The people that make them not. Oh. I gotta behave. I gotta behave. I mean, I'm on YouTube. I gotta behave. Ironberg, I gotta behave. Okay. Namaste. Okay. TMI says the issue is some creators learned that this method have learned this is the method, but it hasn't helped people like your boy Zach. So is EVS not guilty of the same as this with open campaigns? He's got to get the books out, man. Like it being 4 or 5 years past the due deadline is irresponsible. It really is. You got to get the books out. And I think the fans have spoken on that. How do we know they've spoken? Again, as Rob Hunter has confirmed, and this is Rob Hunter saying this, the crowdfunding numbers are going down. And they're going down for a reason. And some of these guys don't want to hear it because criticism is good when they give it, but not when they receive it. It's good when they give it, but not when they receive it. But their numbers are going down for a reason, and they don't want to address it. They want to live in a bubble and continue to shrink what is left of Comicsgate. Hey, I mean, I don't lose sleep over it. I'm just saying this because why not? Something interesting to talk about. Very interesting. So, let's run out more into the chat. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Darky says Liam went live about this. A lot of people are going to go and talk about this. It's going to happen. And I'm going to honor my truth with Liam and leave it at that. But a lot of people are going to talk about it. It's going to be a topic of discussion. So, let's see here. What about Pete S? What's Pete S? I'm losing. I missed something. I don't know. What's Pete S? Maybe I. Oh wait. Lady, are you selling Darky up the drug? Are you serious? Are you buying her drug and not me, Darky? Are you serious? I want Darky banned. He's now. I'm gonna put him in the ban zone. I'm gonna put Darky in the ban zone. Maybe not yet, because I want to keep him away from the ban zone because I want to shame him in public. So I won't put him in the ban zone yet, but I am gonna up my shaming of him. It's gonna increase just for that. Open campaign should not be a thing. It's destroying the crowdfund format. I think open campaign should happen only the books are done and you have a surplus of it. Like I have a second chance campaign for Beast and Road Warrior Drake right now. I might be closing it soon though, because if I get one order for the book, let's say I have a surplus, but let's say I run out of that surplus, unless I order like 10 or more books, and somebody, as a thing to keep in my stock, if I don't have that and someone orders a book from the campaign, I won't make a profit of it. I mean, I'll get it done, but I won't make a profit of it. So it doesn't make sense at that point. But I'm just keeping it open for another month or so, and then I'm going to close it. But yeah, I think unless you have the books in surplus, you should not have open campaigns. But they have it because it inflates the numbers. That's why the campaigns are up. It inflates the numbers. That's what it's about. So, Helmut says, I only back comic artists who draw horses and not look like one like me. Ooh, Fouch. Like me, which means no CG books at all. Helmut, you're spicy tonight. So in other words, it's a day that ends in Y. Ban zone is full, says Helmut. Yes. The ban zone will remain full. Yes. Okay. I'm just going through the chat thing a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm caught up in the chat. So, but yeah, so right now, this is where we're at. So it's a day old. It's not even a full 24 hours yet. Because he posted this at 1 o'clock. So at 1 o'clock exactly. Okay. So we had not even had a full day of this yet. We don't know what the sentiment is going to be with this because some of us are still processing it. Only a fraction of his backers have commented on it. We don't know what the majority of them are going to say and how vicious or vitriol it could get. It may not get vitriolic. It may not. It could be diplomatic where they're like, okay, look, send me the PDF and I'm good. It could be mostly that. But it may just be hostile too. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out right now. The next few days. We're going to see where this goes. But I put it on Twitter or X. I'm sorry, it's X. I keep saying Twitter, but we know it's X. It should have kept the Twitter name. So, yeah, Helmet's giving praise to Colin. That puts him above 99% of Comics Gate. Colin produces books. He has a whole library of books for you to read. But I put it on Twitter as a flex that some of us breadcrumbers are getting it done. You know, we're still getting our books printed. We're getting them shipped. First of all, we're getting them completed. Then we get them printed, and then we're getting them shipped. Some of my backers are already getting the books. More to be delivered. So, and the thing is, it shouldn't be a flex. It should be the standard, but it's apparently not the standard. And it's not the standard apparently. So now it's now you have to use it as a flex, but which I don't think it inspires backers in general to want to back these crowdfunders now. You know, the economy hasn't really shifted in the full zone yet. So people are still going to be picky about books they back. They see shit like this and it hurts the little guys because they'll see Ethan Van Sciver, they'll see John Malin, they'll see Shane Davis, and for the most part, like they'll still get backers, not as much because their numbers are going down. Their numbers are going down. That's not debatable. But the little guys are going to be left out in the cold because you know that small fraction that would have backed it are not going to back it because they don't know who these people are that are putting these books out. They don't know who these people are that are holding the crowdfunds. They don't know. They don't know. That's why I say, like, you should ask the question: are you working a regular job? Do you have the funds to support yourself? You should get that guarantee. But and this was crowdfunded when? When did he crowdfund this? This was back in April 2023. This was 2 years ago. So this is fairly recent. And he should have known. Like he should have known that this is a thing to get your books done. Get your books done and don't fuck around. Like he should have known that this was a thing. But like this is I don't get it. I don't really get it. Like why did he live off this stuff? I don't understand it. Did nobody around tell him, hey, this is not a good idea? Like don't use the money, man, for your personal finances. Don't live off this money. This is specifically to get your books done. Because even if you're struggling in other areas, if you get this area done, that's a little picker up. That's a little means to uplift your self-esteem and to make you feel accomplished. And no, he's he's fucked it up. He really is. TC said I was very close to backing Death Raiders back in the day, but never did. I dodged a bullet. Yeah, I think a lot of people did, and but that's gonna hurt a lot of other crowdfunders as well. Big Bandolero, I haven't seen him in a while. Says paying out a hefty price for a promised book only to get a PDF is not reassuring at all. This stuff triggers lawsuits in any other industry. So I think what's going to end up happening at some point, because a lot of this is happening a lot, especially on Indiegogo. Like Kickstarter has their share of unfulfilled campaigns. I think Rob Liefeld has an unfulfilled campaign. So does Richard Pace, I believe. I think he has an unfulfilled campaign there too. But what's going to end up happening, because Indiegogo is more guilty of it than anything, there's going to be some kind of regulations where they're going to be held to scrutiny over this stuff and say, you know what? You need to put in place some kind of rule or stipulation that if you're a creator, like with Kickstarter, if you're a creator and you have a campaign that hasn't fulfilled, you don't get to put another one up until you fulfill the last one. That needs to happen, but it's not going to happen. So, and I think Edwin Boyette put it out there that a lot of comic book crowdfunders aren't even on Indiegogo. Like Indiegogo has a tiny percentage of comic book crowdfunders. It's bigger on Kickstarter, which makes sense because Kickstarter has a more stringent policy with regards to comic books. So you seem to get a better chance of a guarantee of a book as opposed to Indiegogo because of their policy. So how did Rob get in his head that living off backer films was... That's the thing. Like, did someone in his space circle not realize he was doing this? That hey man, what's going on with the money? Like, did someone not say to him, this is not a good idea, dude? Don't do this. Don't do this. Because that blows my mind that no one told him this, that he wasn't aware that, man, living off this backer money, that's a no-no. That's what critics would do. Don't do that. So I don't know, man. I really don't. I mean, he was on the CG King stream, so you gonna tell me that he didn't get that talking to from them? I don't know. Like, it doesn't make it. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Oh, look who's. Oh, it's that. Oh, sorry. Ron Britt. I saw the Jane at those who. No, it's Hen. She says, "Do you crowdfund before you even start a book?" I crowdfund in the middle of making my book. So when I did Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake, I had about 10 pages drawn already. And I kept the crowdfund open during the duration of me producing the book. But when I was doing the book, Hen, I was showing examples on live streams. I posted examples on X, not Twitter, X, and on my Instagram. So I was putting stuff out there as I was producing the book. I made the decision to crowdfund before I finished the book because I wanted to strike while the iron was hot. Because unfortunately, morale does change from, it seems, from month to month or season to season. Not even year to year. It happens month to month. So one month, there's enough people that want to back books. Next month, they've all noped out. And it's like, oh, too bad. You ain't get my money because this other guy didn't manage his funds properly. So I said, you know what? This is a good time to crowdfund and get as much people and money as I can, just so I can have that audience and then, have more books to put out there. So that's what I did. So Jerry says, I cannot stress this enough. Dude had $700 watches on the... He did 700... Wait, what? Hold on. He had $700 watches on the campaign. No promotion, no fan interaction before joining the Kings. 700... Oh, wait. You talking about like... You're talking about people who are viewing his campaign. Is that what you meant, JV? Is that what you meant? That he had that many people watching his stuff? Yeah. It's going to change when Kickstarter and Indiegogo start getting hate mail about all the grifters not fulfilling for years. They've been getting it, man. Listen, there are stories, Plungecast, of people sending Indiegogo email after email. There have been people that have gone to the Better Business Bureau and reported these people with unfulfilled campaigns on Indiegogo. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere because Indiegogo currently is protected. They have a clause in their terms of service that protects them from this stuff. So it ain't going to change unless Indiegogo's policies change. Again, the amount of unfulfilled campaigns on Kickstarter, and I haven't researched this, so I don't know, but I'm going to say probably is nowhere near as big as it is on Indiegogo. So I'm probably going to go on a limb and say that. Manticore says, Indiegogo shadow bans creators, so why use it? I got shadow banned off Indiegogo. I said never again. As far as I'm concerned, I'd rather use Kickstarter than Indiegogo. At least Kickstarter didn't shadow ban me, and there's a bigger comic book audience on Kickstarter than there is on Indiegogo. So as far as like crowdfunding on Indiegogo, I'm done. Because a lot of people that would back on Indiegogo, they're currently on Fund My Comic. And it's funny because Fund My Comic, Luke Stone promoted Fund My Comic as an alternative to Kickstarter. In reality, it's an alternative to Indiegogo. Because Kickstarter still has a decent comic book fan base that you can bring to your fold. And their fulfillment expectation is bigger than it is on Indiegogo. So if you're just doing from a comic Indiegogo, you're not really moving the needle for yourself. But if you're doing from a comic and Kickstarter, you have a bigger span. Because a lot of people that back on Indiegogo will back on From My Comic. So the way I see it is From My Comic has made Indiegogo irrelevant. It's made it null and void, as far as I'm concerned. So I think From My Comic is the way to go. If you're going to talk about between whether it's Indiegogo or From My Comic, stick with From My Comic and use Kickstarter too. As a matter of fact, for my next book, I may do a launch crowdfund on Kickstarter. So I may just do Kickstarter first because they have a better success rate. And I do want to bring in individual or new and unique backers to my book because you got to grow. You have to grow. You can't just stay stagnant and be like, no, you want to grow. You want to make this thing bigger than what you want it to be. At least I think you would. You know, I have hanging in my wall a seal, a trademark seal for Road Warrior Drake's name. I never thought in 2018 when I started drawing Street Champion Road Warrior Drake, I never thought I would have a trademark seal for Road Warrior Drake's name. That's it. For me, it was like mind blowing. I've come farther than anybody thought I deserved to go, but I'm here. I'm here. Master Panda says, doesn't Kickstarter allow certain creators to have multiple campaigns open though? I can't remember. I've never crowdfunded, so I don't know this stuff. I know their policy is that if you have an unfulfilled campaign, you can't crowdfund another one. That isn't their policy. I don't know if they've been lax of it as of late, but for the most part, people still have a better success rate at Kickstarter than Indiegogo. Okay, so KSS says, I saw a tweet from Dan Lawless on the forums in which he said crowdfunding is important because without that money, creators couldn't eat or pay their bills, not even joking. Well, he's dumb for saying that. He's absolutely dumb. Dan Lawless. Dan Lawless saying something done? No way. No way. Dan Lawless saying something done. No way. Color be shocked. No, that money's for the production of the book. Anything else, get a job. $5 from TJ. Thank you, T, for $5. He says, here is why they hate Eric July. Eaton and the King's vision is about creating a business through crowdfunding. Eric's vision is creating an empire, a legacy. I use that term legacy. So TJ, I use that term legacy a lot on my stream, on my Thursday streams when I talk about the indie comic Outliers, because that's what it's about. It's about legacy. People are looking, a lot of creators, and this isn't just limited to Ethan and all those guys. It's a lot of these smaller guys too. They're like, they want to make that instant money. Okay. They want to make that instant money. So they want to, shut up. They have that book, right? And they think they're going to make $1 million off of it. And sometimes they strike iron and they'll get like 50 or 60K. And they're fine with it, but they don't do anything after that. And it's like, you produce something great, you made some money. Now what? Oh, well, the book's going to disappear into obscurity. No one's going to hear about it ever again. It's like, well, what's the point? Like you create something that's forgettable. Me, on the other hand, I've been doing this for 7 years. I've come farther than people expecting me to come. I've gotten 2 graphic novels in various formats. An ashcan that I pretty much labeled as a floppy now. So I'm doing floppies. Coloring books with a trademark seal. And that is legacy as far as I'm concerned. So I may not make $1 million doing this, but when my time comes and I depart this world, Road Warrior Drake is going to have more of a legacy than a lot of these comic creators have produced. Take it to the bank. You know it's going to happen. And I'm okay with it. I'm having fun doing this. I'd rather make Road Warrior Drake something that I do for fun and edify myself than get all bogged down in business. So crowdfunding is meant to start a business, not to run a business. All profits should be put back into the business. Well, it's whatever you said it's for. So if you crowdfund a book, it should go into the book. If you crowdfund the TV, it should go into the TV. If you crowdfund someone's project, it should go into that project. Anything else should be after that money is fulfilled into that project. Okay, guidance says he sold literal watches. Literal watches. So he had $700 watches on his campaign. That's insane. He had watches on his campaign. That's insane. Wow. $700 chronographs. Not there anymore. Must have deleted after they mocked Camel for doing the same. Interesting. Huh. Hmm. Well, that mind fucked me. That totally mind fucked me. Wait, he had watches on his campaign. Okay, that's the other thing too. Let me say this too, because with the Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake campaign, I came to the conclusion for myself that I don't want to have too much stuff on the campaign because it's too much to handle. I'd rather just have the books, not even variant covers, just the books now. In the last campaign, I had T-shirts, courtesy of Richard Embry. He did a good job with the T-shirts, and we got them all to the backers. But I'm like, man, it was just having to go through like all these multiple parties to get that. And I was like, I feel like that should be a separate thing going forward. So when I do these crowdfunds, I'm just doing the books, sticking to the books. No tchotchkes, no pogs, Helmut, no pogs. Pogs are anathema. But I'm just sticking to the books because to get all this other stuff in there, I mean, does it look good to inflate the numbers? I mean, yeah, I guess inflating the numbers, sure, but now you got all that extra work on getting this fulfilled and producing fulfilled, that producing fulfilled, and that producing. It's just too much. It's too much. It really is. So I'm just gonna stick with just the books for now. Although I'm talking to my printer company about doing some magnets and stickers, so that's a whole separate thing. But Kaz says if you love affordable newsprint comics, support Peter Cimetti's crowdfund to make it happen. Yeah, shout out to Peter Cimetti with the newsprint. That newsprint looks awesome. The newsprint is awesome. It really is. Like the artwork in the 80s and 90s comics looks so much better on newsprint. They really do. Like all that gloss does. The gloss kind of moves the depth of the color and puts it on a flatter surface. Newsprint kind of like lets it bleed into it, so it creates more depth. I love newsprint art. It's just like next level. I never heard about Indiegogo before CG or anywhere else outside of it. I think Indiegogo was fairly new when CG was starting to use it, so that's why. Because yeah, none of us really have heard about it until CG. Michael Bancroft says you can't browse comics on Indiegogo like you can on Kickstarter and FMC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. FMC has made Indiegogo null and void, in my opinion. So I think and I'm gonna say don't use Indiegogo, but if you're gonna use it for my comic, there's no need for Indiegogo because a lot of people that don't use Kickstarter were going to Indiegogo, but they're not going to for my comic because Indiegogo is shadow bans. So Indiegogo is a cancel culture platform now. So now they all stick with From My Comic and Kickstarter, which is a lot less, they're a lot more lax than they were years ago. So your chances of getting canceled are bigger on Indiegogo now than they were on Kickstarter. That's just a provable fact. So yeah, it's barely fit for purpose. I agree. I looked at my Indiegogo stuff and I'm like, you know what? This is gonna be the last time I use Indiegogo for crowdfunding my stuff because I don't need it. I have for my comic to do that for this space, and for new backers, I'll go to Kickstarter. Those are just the facts. So, Helmet has interesting information. He says the EU has an eye on Indiegogo and other crowdfunders because of European customer safety guidelines and probable Ponzi schemes that they allow on their platforms. Well, they need to be inspected, sure. Felsbug, the artist for the cover for Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake, says Indiegogo will allow multiple unfulfilled campaigns. Stop ruining Pie Man's business strategy. I mean, read the comment section of those campaigns, man. I don't know what to tell you. They, you know, Felsbug, you know. Yeah. Lady Shadow Band. Oh wait. My USB camera went off, so I got that crappy logo. Let me see. There we go. Back. Glorious 480. Let me go back to the 720. There we go. Back to 720. Okay. So yeah. So I'll tell you what she made me. She made me a quesadilla, which is good. She cut up some pineapple slices and she put chickpeas with chopped up tomato onions with cucumbers on the side. It was a nice presentation. It was a lovely visual dinner and it tasted good too. So. Yeah, I read your super chat. Did you send me another one, TJ? I thought I read it. Yeah, the one about why they hated Eric July. Yeah, I read that. Because Eric July, that's where I was talking about the legacy part. I segue down to legacy because I talk about that a lot. So, Yeah, I definitely read that, and you can go back and hear it because I go into this whole thing about legacy and where I you know my expectations were versus where I'm at now. Like I think I've surpassed a lot of people's expectations, including my own. Including my own. Okay, Michael Bancroft says a percentage of crowdfunders make enough from it to live off of. It's not the norm. Exactly. It's like if you're doing crowdfunding to make a living, don't unless you're guaranteed millions of dollars. Don't do it because then you're not gonna get your stuff fulfilled. Okay, I'm gonna skip a few because I see some comments. I'm like, yeah, this is related to something that happened 5 minutes ago. Let me go down further. I'm sorry. I know. I read that. I almost put him in the ban zone for that, but it's okay.
He knows true art when he sees it. It's not my fault. You can't draw. Okay.
Okay. Shout out to you guys in the chat. I have to skip a few guys because I am behind. See, this is the thing about reading chat is, especially when they're lit like this, you're gonna get so behind. You're gonna end up streaming for 5-6 hours. What? Okay, I'm caught up. There we go. Okay. Big Ben Lira says the stream is officially my informational motivation of the week. Well, shout out to you, Big Ben Lira. I think it's a compliment. I believe that's a compliment. So I will allow it. If you read this comment out loud, man, it's confirmation that you're. You know what? I'm not reading it. No, I'm not reading it. I am not reading it. You baited me into that, and you failed. You failed, and I win. I'm victorious. Listen, KSS, I don't think you know this. I'm this generation's Todd McFarlane, so you better respect me. I'm due that reverence. Revere me. Oh wait, what did Color say? She says, I'll be able to live off the crowdfunding funds when I launch my D-word book. Everyone's going, no, they're not. No, they're not. That's a manifesto. That's not a comic book, it's a manifesto. And I showed it, Colors. I showed it on my stream many times. That's a manifesto you made out there. That's dangerous. I'll make sure that people are aware of you and not to back your manifesto. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So you could miss me with that. 100%. I'm here to defend the legacy, not to let you come in here and undermine it. It ain't going to happen. I've been here, Flipper. No, you have not. You have not been here, Flipper. I've been here before you. I'm legacy. Respect me. Helmet says, Tom McFarlane had spawn pogs. Where are my Drake pogs, D-Worth? We don't do pogs here. We don't do pogs here. So TC is the day one backer of Rob's campaign. So this has to really piss him off. Like, honestly, I think, and the thing is, we saw TC earlier in the chat. He didn't know about any of this till now. He's like, wait a minute, Rob lived off the backer money? So I can only imagine how that must make him feel. Like he's probably like, you know what? This is not what I expected to hear today. So people have been saying, Henry Bemis, shout out to Henry Bemis, he says, people have been saying on streams for years, hold on to the campaign money until it's time for printing fulfillment. How did he miss that advice? He streamed with pros, and for some reason, they didn't tell him that. Some people, breadcrumbs, actually open up bank accounts specifically to put that money away so they don't touch it. I mean, yeah, I have an account specifically to keep the backer money away from all my other financial stuff. So he can't even let you have your insult. I don't know what insult, man. What did he say? What insult? I'm not reading insults. Colors. I'm not reading any insults. Colin says, "What if I took World Warrior Drake hostage? How much would you want for him?" I will take Emerald Man and release him as my black and white variant. If you take World Warrior Drake hostage, you don't mess with me there, Colin, because it'll be bloodshed. It'll be internet blood sports. IBS, sir. IBS. And I am dangerous. I'm vicious. Vicious. Let's see. Banker says, there's no way he thought he'd make as much as Ethan, though, right? I mean, 32,000, it's a fraction, but that's still decent. Oh, TC says he didn't back Rob. Okay, so my mistake. He didn't back Rob, but you're gonna back. No. First of all, TC, that's not a D word book. That's a manifesto. I'm telling you right now, TC, you're gonna be aiding and abetting in a very volatile campaign, and I'm trying to save you. I want to save you. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, there he is. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, so his name is Jabba, but he's in the band zone, so I call him Jabbage. So once you enter the band zone, I change your name. So Carol Colors went from Carol Colors to just Colors. Guy in Israel went to Gee, and Jabba's down Jabbage. So this is Jabbage, and that's his theme song that I play before he comes in and harasses me and tries to derail the stream. Oh, you do all free today? No, I stream on Thursdays. You know I do. And that's a fact. You know I do. Jabbage. So Bankers, I made $250 a month on interest on that back money. Oh, okay, yes, that's because you put it in a separate account. Yeah, I mean that's a kind of investment. That's a wise investment because you're letting that money grow. You're not spending it; you're letting it grow. That's the other. You're moving it in a different direction. So there you go. So, let me take another sip of my bottle. Hada is asking me I should do Pogs the next campaign. Guaranteed it'll sell. I am looking into magnets and stickers, but at the same time, I don't want to make it complicated either. So if I do like magnets or stickers or something like that, I might make those convention exclusives. Just saying, I might. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I may if I have a surplus, I'll probably crowdfund it just with the surplus that I have. This guy is crying, and a lot. Amy makes about $300 on a book. Let me tell you something, Javage. Let me tell you something right now. I made $4,000 total on B Citizen Road Warrior Drake. And that also included that doesn't include the sales I made in cons with the first book, Street Champion Road Warrior Drake. I sold extra books. I matter. I'm important, Javage, and you can't take that from me. I am very important. Very important. Oh, did I hit the thing hard? I didn't mean to hit it hard. Can you still hear me? Yep, mic check. I'm good. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, Jabbage likes to boil my blood, but I win. I'm victorious, so I win. Manicure says Carol's D-word book to 10K. No, it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You people are funding the wrong things. Learn from the lessons of Rob Hunter. Learn from the lessons. Look at the campaign has changed a lot. I remember astronomical stretch goals. Yeah, those stretch goals. I mean, look, when I was doing the first campaign, I played a lot with stretch goals. But again, I'm going to keep things simple. I learned with Beat Citizen Road Warrior Drake, it's probably a good idea to keep things simple. Just work on the books, get it done, and just keep it simple. And by simple, I mean just stick to the books. No need for varying covers. Just keep it simple. Felt because Alas, as an honorable man, he delivers his books. I do. I really deliver my books, and everybody's getting their books. Oh, look who's in the chat. It's the Emperor Brontosaurus Muhammad. He says, "Hail chat, the D-word lord. Apologies for the lack of shows. Been super busy. Planning on doing a show later tonight. Don't forget the DM I sent you, Raptor. Don't forget the DM I sent you." So, let's see. Hothead. No, Hothead. You're better than this. You're better than this, Hothead. Don't do this. You're so much better than this. Like, I'm disappointed in you. I can't believe it. That breaks my heart. That breaks my heart so badly. It's a stabbing to my heart. And it's still beating, but it's keeping me alive so I can continue feeling the pain and the backstabbing. F and magnets is how do they work? So you take a magnet, right, and you put it on a magnetic surface, so it sticks onto that surface. So that's how magnets work. So why would you ask that question? Like, what do you mean how magnets work? You never had a refrigerator with stuff in the refrigerator? Like, that's how magnets work. You just put them on stuff and they hang stuff in there. I don't know. I am important, TC. I'm glad you noticed that. I have influence. I matter. I'm important. So I'm glad you realize that. Because these people in the chat don't realize that. They want to fight me tooth and nail, but you see it. You feel it and you absorb it. So you are now a testimony to that. So people need to hear you, TC, because now you are a man of voice And you're a man of influence and a man of vision. So they need to hear that. Ken says that's racist. I did no such thing. I don't do that. I'm a clean, honest man. You don't ever put my name to that ever, because that's insulting. Ever. How dare you say that about me? How dare you? I am hurt, but I'm not hurt. Anyway, passing along. Okay. Okay, so JV says he may have some screenshots of the campaign with all the extra stuff on it. Wait, he had jewelry on this campaign? Did he? Wait, he actually had watches and jewelry on a campaign about a book? How did this guy think he was going to be able to fulfill all that? That makes no sense. That boggles my mind. That really that boggles my mind. I am just like, wow. This is wow. I mean, you can't use it as a flex that you worked in the mainstream or that you were a pro in the mainstream, because that means nothing if you don't know how to handle your funds. If you don't respect financials, if you don't have the decency to work a regular job and have your bills paid with that job, and then use the crowdfunding money specifically for the books and nothing else. That's insane. Wow. We have a traffic update from Lord Rapid Jesus. He says he's sitting in traffic. There you go. He's in traffic. So there you go. He says, who is he? Pete Count? Somebody was going to say that. I knew it. I know. But I'm starting to wonder if maybe Rich had mental issues. TC, have you read the updates? I mean, this is not a man. Listen, and I'm not trying to throw shade on Rob. I'm not. Look, again, my day job, I work with people that have circumstances that they need help. Okay, so I understand circumstances happen to people, but reading this, when you start out an update on your book by saying that your campaign was a financial disaster, like, did you take the time to really read what you said and the implications of what you're writing before you hit the send button? Like he said, crowdfunding is nearly dead. My peers' campaign totals drop with every new release. I'm not saying that that's proof of mental health. But it definitely does sound like somebody that's got some stuff going on. Because this was written purely out of emotion. So, but I don't know. I'm like I think I pretty much said all I could say about this at this point. Now it's going to be what happens now when the rest of his backers. How many backers did he get? Let me see. He had 720 backers. Okay, so 720 backers. We only heard from about maybe 20. So there's at least 700 people that have not voiced their concerns yet. They have not voiced their opinions on this yet. So we don't know what the overall sentiment's going to be. All right, so yeah, the last comment on his update was 1 hour ago. So we don't know. This is just starting. And this is going to be a conversation that's going to be had for quite a bit. Because we know how it went down with Critias. So now we're going to see how it goes down with Rob Hunter. And according to this was his only campaign. So he hasn't had any campaigns before or since this. So as one person said it, he may never crowdfund again. And I don't think he should. He's destroyed that goodwill. So Henry Throne says, "Hail, listening to on my drive home. Hail, Henry Throne. Hopefully you have a safe drive home." He says, "Yes, it is very emotional. Yes, it is. It does reek of emotion. I don't think, and this tells me that he doesn't have anybody in the circle to rein him in. So I think it just lends credence to the fact that nobody in his camp said, "Hey man, that fund, that backer money, put that in an account somewhere. Don't look at it until you're ready to print those books." A man was an island unto himself. Bancroft says, unless you have an existing YouTube channel or big audience, best to set your expectations at rock bottom. That's what I do. I start at rock bottom. I did earlier on. Now I have an idea of what I can get off the start, so I hustle to get more. But yeah, definitely have low expectations and be proud of whatever you get, because that whatever you get is equal to what your worth is. Barring a big marketing campaign. So, Plunchcast, it's not mental illness; it's a lack of understanding, and really about crowdfunding. Never give up your day job or other income. Yeah, they should start disclosing their financials, and I don't mean get specific on financial, other than just, hey, I have a regular job, I get my bills paid to that. This crowdfunding, not a cent of it is going to be used to fund my lifestyle. It'll be going exclusively to the book. And how it went down with Jimmy. Yeah, yeah. Jimmy Reyes, you mean, right? Yeah, that was that's another thing. Yeah, it's weird. Like back to back. Yeah, Jimmy Reyes with his book, and now Rob Hunter. Back to back. It's all back to back now. Lord Raptor says EVS and Jane are already trying to spin it. I don't know what spin you could get on this. I'm not sure what spin you could put on this. I really don't know what spin you could put on this. There's no spin you could put on this other than the guy misused the funds. He did not spend the money the way he was supposed to. He falsely advertised how he was going to spend the money, and now backers are without their books again. Another campaign, another creator in the space without an unfulfilled book again. There is no spin on this. There's zero spin on this. But ultimately, he has to answer to his backers. And right now, it seems pretty divided. It's most of them want that PDF, but some are like, no, I want a refund. And again, that was 19 backers out of 720. So he has ways to go before he starts getting the full blunt of what exactly the sentiment is towards him from the people that gave him money. Everybody has an excuse now when it comes to crowdfunding comics. It's actually the norm now. Sorry, guys, I can't finish my comic because my veterinary bills for my sick hamster are through the roof. That's quite a hamster you have there. It really is. Yeah, TC, I don't know how you can spin this. I really don't know. There's no spin to this. There's absolutely no way you could spin this without looking like a clown. I'm sorry. There's no way to spin this. Henry Beeman says, I don't see how this can be seen as anything but another nail in the coffin for new CG. Meanwhile, the Dungeoneers are producing great books. They're producing books. They're putting books out there. Narwhal is getting it done. Narwhal is doing the third and final issue of Vatican City, which means that at some point they're going to do that big graphic novel of all 3 issues, and I'll get that. And I'm going to just bring up my page for 1 second, because I don't know if I showed a lot of people this, but I finally, my patience paid off, and I got the hardcover for Image's Transformers run from issues 1 to 12. So I said, I'm not going to buy the floppies because I know they're going to release it as a collected volume, and they have. First 12 issues here, hardcover from Image. So I'm probably going to bring this down when I go to Charlotte and read this at some point. I'm down there, so I'm excited for it. And I will be getting the Vatican City graphic novel once Dark Horse puts all 3 issues together. I'm excited about that. That's how I buy my comics. I buy it in when it's in omnibuses or graphic novels. So that's how I do it. Vatican City trade paperback can be pre-ordered now. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, nice. I just may do that. Maybe if they have a hardcover, maybe I'll get the hardcover. But if they only have trade paperback, I'll buy it. I'll absolutely get it. So it's not often, Jolly. It's not often that I can read a book drawn by a guy who competed against me in a drawing contest on YouTube, and I almost came close to beating him. Not often can I say that. So, yeah, I am such a nerd. How dare I enjoy comic books? How dare I enjoy the things I do? How dare I? How dare I? I dare me. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. So TC's giving Jolly the lowdown on what happened and why the stream is happening. So TC, like a lot of people are finding out right now what's going on. So Henry Reedman says Rini and the Diaz brothers also make quality books on time. Rini's getting it done. She did that Osaka con, sold a lot of books. She's getting it done. You know, Phil Diaz gets his books done. He's going to be I think Heroes Con too, I believe. Phil Diaz is. So a lot of us are going to be down there next week. There's going to be, I believe Phil Diaz will be there. Gnarl's going to be there. Twitless will be there. Matt C will be there. Camel Moon is going to be there. A lot of people are going to be there. Admiral Wackass may stop by. Lord Raptor may stop by. It's going to be an insane but fun 3 days. And yours truly, driving from Pennsylvania down to North Carolina, I'm going to be there for Heroes Con, and it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be quite the adventure for me because I have no clue what I'm going to expect. I expect nothing except to have fun. Anything else is just going to be just, you know, one for the books. I may even look into Comic-Con in New York, but that I think the deadline to get a table might have been passed. But at some point, I should just do New York Comic-Con. I'm from New York, so like to me, like the pinnacle of it all is having a table at New York Comic-Con. Even though New York Comic-Con isn't really about comics anymore, but still, like to have a table at New York Comic-Con, like if my comic book career comes to an end and I've done a table on Comic-Con, I have fulfilled far more than many of my peers have done. And I can be glad at my accomplishments. And I'm very simple like that. I tell Lady Shadowban often, I'm very simple. Okay, Jolly says the Vatican City trade paperback hits the stores October 14th. Okay, so I'm going to look out for that then. I'm going to look out because I have I have 2 local comic shops around here. So I want to give them business. So I'm going to definitely get the Vatican City trade paperback. TJ asks, is the rumor that Rini is about to be Team Ripper? She already did a cover for did she do ISOM? She did one of the ISOM covers, did she not? Irene Tchaikovsky? I think she did one of the ISOM covers. So she's already Team Ripperverse because she's already done work for them. Some good work. A lot of indie creators seem to go to Heroes Con. Been seeing the post on my Facebook. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people there. Heroes Con, Tampa Bay Con are the 2 top cons where a lot of people go to. And in terms of this sphere, it started with Garden State back in 2023 when I went there, when Dark Gift went there, when Ethan was there with Dan Fraga and Billy Tucci and all those guys. That started something because that was the first time that there was a collective of CG guys or indie creator guys that were meeting in person and having fun, party, making memories. And that spread over to the Tampa Bay Con, but then we saw what happened after that. So we don't have to rehash that. But the idea is that now it was now a probability of meeting people at the cons, making memories, making some decent money, and getting cool stuff, and just forming bonds and networking. So, okay, it says I have a sinus infection, alas, Matt. It's much better now, but why didn't you wish me well? You're a jerk. You know what? I didn't know because you kept throwing spears at me. You chucked your spears at me, and I can only respond to violence. Be like the rest of the chat. Be civil. Revere me. That's how you get ahead in this world. KSS, revere me. Revere me. God. Facebook says make posters. That's not a bad idea. You know, if I made, that's not. I gotta think about that one. New York Comic Con is like San Diego Comic Con. Barely a Comic Con anymore. Yeah, it's not a real comic book convention, but a lot of people go. It is a party atmosphere. There is a level of excitement. So for that reason, I haven't been to New York Comic Con since 2012. Yeah, 2012 is the last time I went. So, and it's obviously it's changed since then. It's more celebrities, more adult actresses, and what have you, and all that stuff. But it's still exciting. And the last few years when it came to New York Comic Con, I treated it as the start of the holiday season because I knew that when Comic Con was around the corner, that means Halloween was next, and Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So I embraced it as part of the seasonal festivities. But I said one day I'll go to New York Comic Con and I'll have a table there, and it'll be glorious. If I don't sell a book at the very least, I embraced the atmosphere and had fun. And that's what it's about. Colors, do not piggyback and co-sign on Kansas harassment. You're in the ban zone. You should know better. I thought you want to get out of the ban zone. TC said yes. Irene did the Isom and Yara covers. Yes, yeah. So she's already been Team Riververse. So yeah, she did a Yara 3 cover recently. Yeah, no, she's already been Team. Yeah, she's already doing work for Eric July. So, and her stuff, and she did didn't she do Mighty Golden Patriot? One of the covers for Mighty Golden Patriot? I think she did. I believe she did. Yes. She gets work. She's putting stuff out there. I wish I could have come to Heroes Con. That would have been awesome, Michael. That would have been great. That would have been like the icing on the cake. That we had all these guys there, and it's Bancroft. He came from Australia. The true king of Australia is here at the Heroes Con. That would have been the icing on the cake. Okay, so JB says it's a poster that she did for ISOM, and TC is co-signing. Yeah, it's a poster for ISOM and a cover for Yaira, and I think she did a cover for Mighty Golden Patriot too. I believe she did. John Zombach is hello. How's it going, John? By the way, great video, John, on a reply to Richard C. Meyer. John Zombach felt it Richard C. Meyer and put him in his place, and that was glorious to see. So, shout out to that. Massive Panda says, unfortunately, too many cons are turning into that. He's referring to like it becoming more broader with the Hollywood stars, adult actresses, all that stuff. People walk past the right. Sorry, words are hard. People walk past the artists and comments and go stand in line to suck off the celebs. Yeah, that's. I know. Like the cons that I've been to, they've been the smaller cons, been purely comics and tchotchkes and stuff like that. Those are fun because you have a better chance of selling your comic. But these big cons like New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con, they're more about the Hollywood stuff and less about the actual comics. I don't know how many people sell comics. Although Irene did sell her books last year at New York Comic Con. She had that tweet where she sold her books in one day, and then Critical Blast has an overnighter, a stack of new copies. So she did pretty good at New York Comic Con, but she has her own fan base, and they'll come out support her. So it's possible to sell your books, your comics, and your Comic Con. It is. You just got to hustle and get to a point where people want to come and see you and just immediately buy that stuff from you. So, Philip says, color the wraparound cover. I really want to see color and be citizen style. At some point, I'm going to use that cover. I don't know how I'm going to use it yet, but I am going to use it. Philip, don't worry. I am brainstorming how I'm going to use that cover you did. So stay tuned for that because I am going to use it. Yes, KSS confirmed that Rini did do a cover for Mighty Golden Patriot. So she's getting her stuff out there. She did the dub cover that they all hated. Which one for Yaira? Which one was that? I don't know because they seem to have hated all the Yaira covers. I have my copy of Yaira over here somewhere. Where is it? I think it's down here. Is this my Yaira book? Yaira, by the way, is the only Riververse book that I bought. Is this it? Yes. So I bought the cover D. Let me just show this. So I bought the cover D of and who drew this one? I don't know who drew this one, but this was the cover that I wanted because I like the pose here, and I thought it was like the best one in my opinion. But I like this cover, and this is the only Riververse book that I bought, Yaira, which nice thickness, complete story. But I'm gonna buy the Yaira stuff if Eric Light puts out the collection, like Image did with the Transformers. I'll buy that Yaira collection, and I may even buy the ISOM. I like to hear more reviews of ISOM 3, but if he does those collections, I will buy those collections. I like collections. I like omnibuses, so you put those out there, and I most likely will get those. Reenie's been getting a lot of work. Her art is in demand. Yeah, she put the work in there. Akuma said, no, see, Akuma, that doesn't work that way. You don't get to ask to be put in the ban zone. I determine if you go in the ban zone. And just for that, now you're definitely not going in the ban zone. I don't care how vicious and foul you get, you will never go in the ban zone now because you told me to put you in there. No, you're not going in there. The only people that went in there are the ones that didn't ask to go in there, and it was a pleasure sending them to the ban zone, but now I'm not putting you in the ban zone. Now you're staying unbanned forever. So there you go. So get your spears out and throw them at me and get ready to chuck them at me. You're still not going to the ban zone. So there you go. Helmut says, Eric should put a lasmat in the Riververse. A villain is D-Word with a peanut head helmet. You're better than that, Helmut. You're better than that. Damn it. You're better than that. Henry Thune says, just got home. If you're done streaming before I finish cleaning up, have a good night and God bless. God bless you too, Henry. And thanks for tuning in. You're always appreciated over here. KSS says 38 people are watching a last Matt. What more evidence do you need that they're hurting crowdfunding? Yeah. You don't need any further evidence. This is it right here. This is it right here. So John's Longbox says crowdfunding money ain't yours until everyone has their book. Yeah, 100%. That's why I said have your money, that crowdfunding money, in a separate account and don't touch it until it's time to get the books printed and shipped. That's the way it's supposed to be. You don't live off the crowdfunding money. So Kaz says, Eliza bought the cover D. Oh, come on, Kaz. You're better than that. You're trying real hard, but you're not going in the ban. You're not going in the ban zone. I might put you there. Henry Beeman says, I went to Rose City Con a few years ago and got to talk to Anne the Sentinel for half an hour because no one was at her booth. People were too busy getting autographs from washed up actors. Yeah. Yeah, that is the way it is with the current state of comic cons. I know Big Bandolier. I know that they're trying to do that, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm not going to do that. It ain't going to happen. So, wait. Did you notice right away that it's my camera's good? It ain't crap. It's good. Is it? Yeah, it's good. What are you talking about? KSS. Why do you hit me? You know what's funny? I tried to replace my webcam yesterday. I had a camera in my drawer, and it was like a newer camera that I didn't use. And I was wondering why I didn't connect it, so I connected it yesterday because I was messing around with the Stream Deck XLR so I can start playing or using some good audio. And I connected the Stream Deck, and then I connected the camera. My audio drivers got fucked up, so I'm thinking it was the Stream Deck, right? But then the Stream Deck app wasn't even downloaded on my laptop, so I'm wondering how did my Stream Deck fuck up my computer that it didn't even leave a trace on there. But I found out it wasn't the Stream Deck. It was my stupid webcam that I replaced that completely erased the drivers. It didn't erase it. What happened was it interfered with the audio drivers, so it removed it from the list of options. So I had to remove the webcam, and then I got my drivers back. So I'm like, okay, so now I have to stick with this webcam for now until I get a better webcam that is compatible with my laptop. So I'm going to retry the Stream Deck and work with that. But I have to get an XLR cable for this mic to plug into the Stream Deck base so that I can have the mic connected through that. So there you go. Wait, Lord Raptors 12K now? What? When, how, and what book? I don't know. What are you talking about? 12K what? We're talking about wait. Oh wait, TC's you're applying to TC's comment. Okay. TC said for context, you have been laid off at 12K. Oh, okay. So Raptor's another one. Okay, so we gotta cancel Raptor now because he's another one. So Henry Beeman says no Centil sounds like an acne medication. Part of my job is I have to write down these medication names, and I don't know how the F I'm spelling these names out. Like these names are just insane. It just sounds insane. Oh wow, it's 10 o'clock. How did I get to 2 hours of this? I have no clue how I got to 2 hours of this, but we did. But you guys had a lot to say, so that's part of why. I'm just checking to see if any new updates have happened in terms of comments. So actually, let's see. Let's look out. I'm gonna go to X for a second. Let me close up my DMs because I don't do that. Let's see. So let's see here. Okay. I'm just checking my notifications. The usual trolling and the usual people making fun of my head. So. Okay. Well, actually, Edwin just retweeted the link to my chat to my stream, and he put up the okay. Let me show this. This is Edwin does the weekly reports for the indie comic stuff. So let's show this. Oh wait, I'm getting a request for a link. It looks like. Hold on. Okay, I will put a link in. I will send this person the link. So I may have a guest come on. Let's see if he's will come on or not. But before I bring him on, let me just remove the icon of Road Warrior Drake. I think that's the designs part. No, the settings. Hold on, styles, video design. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me remove the. There we go. Okay, so let me enlarge this. So Edwin says, from the comment at menu chat, Comicsgate has zero impact on the Riververse sales. Depending on launches in the last 2 weeks of June 2025, the Riververse will have 90,000 in sales only from collection campaigns. This is from June 25 alone. So Riververse Comics in 1 month made $90,000. And by the way, this does not count shipping and taxes. See, that's the thing with Indiegogo is Indiegogo factors in the shipping and taxes in its final sale. Riververse does not. But anyway, collection campaigns likely make up the largest sales, but readers are constantly making purchases from the Riververse store as they discover the books and the creative universe. So in other words, after the pre-sales are done and the books are getting shipped out, there's still people buying books from the store. So those numbers are also included. So you see a breakdown of the Riververse books, how many units sold. Isom 3 sold 11,666 books. How many CG books have sold that much in the last year? The answer is none. Red Extermination, I think 7,000 had 7,000 backers. Nowhere near close to that amount. I mean, look, 12,000 for Horseman #1, 10,000 for Yaira 2. Yaira 3 had 7,000. Saints and Sinners, which is the FNT book, the anthology book, 8,000 units. I mean, yeah, this is impressive. 85,000 books total sold in the year of 2025 from the Riververse, totaling $2,896,000. That's almost $3 million in sales, and we're not even into the summer yet. That's insane. It's insane how there is this much propaganda regarding Eric July, all the criticism that's levied at him, and it's like people seem to be okay with this stuff. Anyway, I'm getting I got guests in the back, I guess. So let me bring them on. Let me give them an intro. So I will use this. Let me see how much more leeway I have. How much more intro? Here we go.
You know what they say? Nobody gives a hummer like a gummer.
It's Iron Prime of the Fact Circle.
Woo!
What do you need?
No, he changed his photo to the horse guy.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Oh wait, did I hit the wrong button? I'm sorry. I didn't even hit that button.
Yeah, hail the motherfucking war campaign, or something like that. No, who knows?
You're in the Fact Circle. You're not War Campaign. You're in the Fact Circle. You and Breck.
Sir, I am part of the meme arsenal. Thank you.
So John's Autobox says back Heroic Tales #2. It's shipping in about 2 months. So yeah, he's the guy with a completed book. You back John's Long Bucks, you'll get your book guaranteed. These are the guys we need. These are the guys who got to start promoting. The guys that actually have produced their books, have a track record of it, and get it done in a timely fashion. You don't gotta wait years to go. What? I'm trying to talk. What?
You know I tagged you on the forums today, right?
No, I did not.
Yeah. I basically everybody was complaining. Hang on, excuse me. Gabe Hoffman was complaining to Ethan yesterday about how people weren't going to receive their Rainbow the Brute book for 3.5 years.
Right.
And basically, I posted all the links, and then I tagged you when someone replied to it, and I said, "Why is Elasmat getting his books out on time? You're making the Comicsgate Kings look bad." Why are you getting your books out on time, last month?
Yeah, right.
I didn't mean to.
You didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to do it.
Made-
Nuts.
Made,
could be
printed, and shipped. How the hell are you doing that?
I'll do better. I promise I'll be later. I'll wait another year. How about that? Will that fix things? I'll wait another year and then maybe I'll ship it.
No, I did not stay. I did not steal Raptor's bit, TC, and Raptor Jesus. I did not steal your bit.
Well, you are Prime, so they have reasonable suspicion to believe you did. So
Okay, fine. I'll change it up a bit. Woohoo!
What are you, Mario? Fuck off.
Oh, fine.
So, okay.
I'll do
now,
Mickey Mouse.
How may I help you, gentlemen, on the stream today?
We wanted to come and help. We wanted to know what the hell's going on with Death Raider and everything else.
Did you read the update?
The Farms is talking about that he can't afford to produce his book and he's in debt.
Oh, you know why, right? Because let me show you. Since you're finding out, because he used a crowdfunding money as his livelihood.
You're not supposed to do that.
I know that, and you know that. How is it he didn't know that?
I don't know. That you're not supposed to do that.
Honest question. How does so many of these fucking, you know what? I don't even need to, I already know the answer to my question. It's rhetorical at that point. They're just not conscientious people. They have no sense of accountability. There's no responsibility. They're not diligent workers. They're just fundamentally broken human beings who lack conscientiousness in any capacity.
Now, last part, do you want some more class in this stream? Do you want me to give Raptor the link?
I'll give him. If he wants to come on, I'll give him the link. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll give it. If he wants to come on, I'll give him the link. I know he's going to do a stream tonight. He says so.
Well, yeah. It's the pre-stream. There you go.
Yeah. He's got some material to go over. He's got.
He's definitely got some material to go over because I have an exclusive for you to show.
Okay.
KSS is demanding another woo. Do it now, Prime.
Woo! There you go.
Okay, Mazapan. Okay, I want to read Mazapan's comment. He says, "Alada, you made that comparison to the Sistine Chapel ceiling a few videos ago. It was sort of a mic drop moment. That comparison really put things into perspective." Yeah, you know what? The Sistine Chapel is not a comic book, and yet it got done in a reasonable amount of time. So I just heard a notification in the back. So let me give this guy an intro. What shall I intro? What shall I?
You need a Godzilla intro. That's what you need. See?
Wait, that's not a guest.
Well, who the fuck was? Oh! You're showing this.
What the heck is that?
So our good friend, What I Do Gay, has returned. Ironbrick and Elasmat, the guy who does the African who says, "Why are you gay?"
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah. He's back. He made a new video with some gay dude on YouTube. He's got like 1.8 million. Well, anyway, I clipped this. By the way, I clipped this. So, Raptor, you're gonna love this shit, dude. You're gonna love it. All right, here we go.
Are you a mister or a missus?
Because I like women.
So you're looking for a missus?
I like women, mostly.
Why are you gay?
There are trans women out there that I've seen on Instagram that I'd be down. I'm gonna be honest. Look, you guys have to understand, okay, that there's like some,
oh God, no.
There's some stuff, there's like a little bit of experimentation.
Is this?
Do you know why you are gay?
Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest, dude.
Hang on.
I'm gonna be honest. Look, dude, I'm down with the times. I'm down with the times. It's 2025. It might be fun. You don't know. You guys are bigots. You don't know, okay? You don't know. You guys are just bigots, okay? Just saying.
He has
no, he's not trolling. He's not trolling.
Wait, hold on. I got a request. Wait, hold on. I got a request. Okay, there we go. Done. Okay.
He's not trolling, last Matt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, look. So the stream he did actually happened yesterday night,
Yeah.
It was basically about the Raleigh Convention Con that he found out, but he brought this up about 25 minutes into the stream because someone asked him like, he wouldn't get with
It was recent.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
this is very recent, and
Wow.
and no sooner than him streaming the why are you gay dude comes out with this, and I'm just like, oh, the timing.
Oh, he put
is
it out
right.
there. That guy. You mean that he actually? So it wasn't somebody that took those clips and put it together. He put it together. Is what you're saying?
No, I put it together.
Oh, you put it together. Okay,
I put both streams together last month.
Okay. It's a good edit though. Like it's just.
Yeah, it's Prime said he's gonna do it. And I was like, yeah, do it now.
Wait, Akuma says, Kumalot loves the sheeness. Good for her.
Dude, I called it too. I called him a full-on faggot. Like,
Oh, man.
I called him a faggot, and I told him he would have a troon chasing. And I said to people that he would have a troon chasing arc. Here we are, boys.
Yes. Well, Raptor is driving, so he's not gonna come on stream. So that's
okay.
good.
All right, but
let him drive. So I don't want him to crash. I want him to upload his videos, and I want him to do his live stream tonight because Lord forbid he doesn't stream, and the rest of the community talk gets upset because he's not streaming. He has a lot to cover that needs to get covered because there's a lot. So
yeah. Look, Raptor, be safe, bud. If you crash, we'll crowdfund you a new car, just like Katie did get her new computer. Don't worry.
Oh God.
Don't get me started on that.
Why
Only
are they
reacts
helping that
CJ has
retarded
shown
fucking-
me. CJ showed me that crowdfunding is a scam. Never again. When shit like this happens, man, it's how can you not come to that conclusion? Unfortunately.
No.
But yeah, John's Box is legit. So you can safely back John's Box. He's one of the few
guys
that you
like
can buy.
Elasmat, guys like John's Longbox. There's a couple others. Mike, what's his friggin' name?
Mike Murphy,
Papa Bancroft.
Michael Bancroft. Yes.
Yeah.
Michael Bancroft. Yeah.
I can never remember his name. I apologize, Mike. Mike Murphy. He had the one fuck up with that one book, but he delivered it eventually. Then there's I know people don't really like him, but the Hispanic gentleman. Oh goodness.
Are you talking about who I think you're talking about?
Richard.
Yes, Richard
Embry. That's the word.
Embry. Yeah, Richard Embry
right.
delivers his books and does them on time. It's a shame that he's
And-
had a problem.
before I do want to. He also put his books out in a very affordable manner.
Yes.
Like he
Yeah.
has
And they're
he does it-
enjoyable. Like
right. Yeah. So he does do that. So I give him props for that because like he it's affordable and you get them and you get your books.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like I've made it abundantly clear all throughout my time observing Comicsgate and like talking to you guys and whatnot. I don't give a shit about your dumb like conflicts. Like if Well Read hates Risey or Risey hates Cletus, I don't give two shits. It's not my fucking problem. I'm gonna talk to the people I want to talk to. I'm gonna buy the books I want to buy. Everyone who tells me not to do one or the other can fuck off.
That is an awesome graphic.
It is.
That is. I'm gonna post that on Twitter probably tonight or tomorrow. But yes, Prime has been working on putting the Heroes Con logo on my pictures, so I can use that as daily reminders up until the road trip. I'm gonna be going on a road trip to North Carolina. I'm excited about it.
A roach trip? You're gonna
Road.
be high the whole time?
Oh hell, road.
It's going to
I'm gonna be
rude.
Rude. He's going to
Rude.
Yeah.
Odin Reactor says for every Bancroft or Rini, there are dozens even scamming the scene. Just focus on those Bancrofts and Rinis. That's it. That's how you got to weed out the ones that you don't find trustworthy. Mazapana says it's the damage that this community has done to crowdfunding where doubt is a default. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, it is. It's I mean, you can't deny that. You can't deny that. So, not all crowdfunding is a scam, but unfortunately, there is a lot of people who just aren't out to be self-employed. Yes.
Yes.
So
No,
we say
that's
it,
exactly it. They're not self-starters. They don't have the motivation to get shit done in a reasonable time frame. See, CG blames Ripa for bad-mouthing crowdfunding, but CG is hurting guys like me. Ripa never hurt myself. Yeah, no, that's entirely
Ripa didn't
fair,
even badmouth the crowdfunding. That tweet that they took was way overblown. He started off. I know exactly what tweet you're talking about.
Mhm.
He said in that tweet that crowdfunding was a net positive. That's not bashing crowdfunding. And then when it got to the critical parts of it, he was specific on the kinds of people he was talking about. So he wasn't bashing the model. He was bashing how the model was being abused. But people are like, oh no, he's bad mouthing crowdfunding. I'm like, what are you, CNN with your fake news? Stop it. It's not what he said.
Have you seen what Golden Patriot is at right now?
Last I checked, it was at 90,000.
$93,100. It's almost nearly $6,900 away from being 100,000, and it's still got a month out. Still got a month out.
Right, and that's still not including shipping.
Yeah, still not including shipping.
Shipping would probably be like what, an additional 30% on that. So that's like what, another 30,000. He'd be like at 120,000 right now with the shipping.
Yeah, like when I already told Imber, but when I'm getting my when I get my next week's paycheck, I'm buying 2 copies.
Nice, yeah. And how many books is it sold?
Currently 3,473.
Good night. That's 3 times of got like 2 sales.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to donate one of the copies to the local library, so that way it actually gets into the hands and people can actually experience Rippasand and find it out there in the public, unlike Ethan stuff.
Yes. Well, dude, that's what I did with Matt Crott. Matt Crott's Matt the absolute Chad. By mistake, he mailed me extra copies of Kyrie books 1 and 2. He thought he hadn't mailed me all my books, right? But he had.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let me pay him back for them like a dick. I was like, dude, like at least let me pay you for these extra books that you sent me by mistake. He's like, no, keep them, do something with them. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll take them to the library. I'm sure Matt C. I should tell him at some point personally, but I'm sure he'd be happy to know those books have been taken out a couple times. So
good,
yeah.
Yeah, so there are creators that are definitely trustworthy and will get their shit delivered to you.
Yeah,
so.
Matt C's another one. Another good one is you can love him, you can hate him. I don't care either which way. The other Matt, for the love of God,
Fowler.
No. Matt Fowler's a good one too. Barr, thank you. I was gonna say I was looking for Fowler, and Barr actually, but yeah, no, they're both trustworthy creators. Like they can be a little spurgy, but they're good creators. Like you gotta like
spurgy in the comic scene. No way.
Yeah, exactly.
No
right.
way.
Like it's just a facet of like nerd culture, right? We're all fucking a little spurgy. It is what it is, brother.
Spurgy.
We're all a little retarded.
Spurgy.
Fake news. I am normal. Wait. I am normal. They don't speak for me. I have not been diagnosed. I'm normal. I matter. I'm important, and I'm this generation's Frank Miller. So they need to respect me. So anyway, back to the stream.
Yeah, that's right.
Hang on, hold on. Flag of the fucking play here, Peanut Head. You are not normal.
I absolutely am normal. You don't get to be racist to me. Respect me.
I will be racist to you. Hell, you know what? Next week I'm calling ice on you so that I can get 5,000.
There's another one too. I can't think of the guy's name, but
I will peacefully protest your yawn. I'm Prime. I will peacefully protest you.
Yeah. There's another one. The guy that makes the Demon Hunter books. I can't remember his name. He delivers his stuff too. Shoot, I can't think of. I follow him on Twitter, but I can't think of his name right now. Sorry.
The chat will come to the rescue at some point. The chat will let you know who we're talking about. So, guys, who's the creator for Demon Hunter? I want to know. Okay, Nicholas Muir. There you go.
That's Nicholas Muir. See, Nicholas Muir. Yeah, he delivers. The Sursova guy. The guy that does the Sursova magazine, he delivers his stuff too. Like there's lots of good creators out there.
Yeah. So absolutely. It's just a matter of just putting the word out there, connecting people with that information. And yeah. Well, Raptor says John Millen should shut the F up and humble himself. Yeah, because Yellow Flash sold 3 times the amount of books that got like 2 sold. So John Millen needs to humble himself and really like keep his mouth quiet and let people just make their books, let the fans enjoy their books, and just concentrate on your brand.
Dude,
I've
said it before. Like I'll talk shit about brands I fucking despise all day, every day, just to annoy the fans of those brands. But I don't actually care that these people like things that I don't like. It's irrelevant to me. I just enjoy the reaction, the overreactions from fans when they get upset that you're mocking the thing they enjoy.
What the hell are you doing? What the hell? Oh, what are you doing? Put your camera back off. Where's your fucking face? Where's your hair?
Dude. Why is
Wait, what? Are you muted?
good job, Rod Farva?
You're a
Shenanigans?
fucking. I'm afraid when I put you on camera because I'm like, wait, how old are you again?
2.5.
Oh God, grow some hair, please. I feel fucking ashamed right now. Damn.
So here's the thing. I just wanted to showcase to our wonderful, beautiful, fat koala retard out there in Australia.
Oh.
Yeah. So I know you're a big dinosaur lover, and I know that your target will never have one of these. Hello, look at
Wait,
this.
that's Spinosaurus?
Yeah, this is the new
Shit.
Hammond Collection Spinosaurus.
Look at that monster. That is awesome.
Yeah, dude. Look at
Oh
that.
hell yes. Man.
Yeah, dude. It's got a shit ton of articulation. It can open its mouth all the way. I mean, look at that shit, man.
Oh, that is so fucking fantastic.
It's got posable arms.
Alas,
legs.
man, getting the lube and the tissues right now. I guarantee it.
Although,
Yeah.
let me show you this. Hold on, I do gotta show you this. I've been thinking about this. Wait, is my camera not working?
Henry
I don't
Thrun wants to know how the posability of the Spinosaurus is.
Hold on.
It has. So basically,
Like,
think of like
wow.
your average Hasbro action figure. It's got like 26 points of articulation. So it has 3 right here in the arms. It has 3 in the legs. It's got hip motion. The tail is bendable. It has a bendy wire tail. It has a movable tail that allows it to rotate on a ball joint neck, ball joint lower upper neck, I should say.
Odin Reactor's got a point there. Stop playing with Lord Raptor. Yeah, quit fingering the Raptor's butthole, you little shit.
Oh,
That's
wait,
not appropriate.
Hang on. He wants a raptor. One second.
Well, I'm not using my other camera, but I wanted to show this. Why did my freaking camera mess up? Hold on. I'm considering maybe selling my Negasaurus at Heroes Con. I haven't decided yet, but
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
sell it.
I forgot that it's actually called the Negasaurus.
So I'm at the best price, I'll sell it, but otherwise I'm still keeping it.
Oh my God, I forgot its name is actually the Negasaurus.
Because that's the reason why I didn't take it out of the box, because I want people to actually no, it really is the Negasaurus. It really is that.
I know,
So-
it's just...
Yeah. So that's
yeah,
why I haven't taken it out of the box yet.
because I
but if I
believe
ever
they
keep
found
it-
it. They found its remains in Nigeria, I believe, was the reasoning.
Yeah, that's
Yes, Niger.
Yeah, and people
why.
just
Negasaurus
call it
Prime. Negasaurus.
So
No
I
prime.
have another
No.
one.
No prime. Don't hurt our us. It's not. You already did it twice in one stream. You don't need.
So
to
I
do
have
it
another
once.
one. I have another one. If you want to showcase it, Elasma.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Let me.
This. Hang on, let me fix it right quick. This is the new Tiger Velociraptor, and it also has a shit ton of articulation into it, man.
Lord Raptor, Jesus.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's actually pretty dope. I like that one.
It's $15. Just telling you.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it.
But yeah, these are things that Liam Gray will never have because in order to get them in Australia, it's going to take you 6 months. That's what I was told.
Really?
Yeah, 6
wow.
months. And here's the funny thing about it. China's not that far away from Australia. Why is it taking 6 months to get stuff to Target in Australia, Liam? Why? I already have the Brachiosaurus. I actually have 3 of them. How come you only have 1?
This is a Tard war over Jurassic Park toys. I want everybody to
Yeah.
know this is a Tard war over Jurassic Park toys. We're gonna see.
Excuse me,
Jurassic
sir,
Park-
but look. You see this? This is my beautiful poster. This is my beautiful poster right here.
Wow.
Allah.
Yeah.
Allahu Lazmat.
Yeah, let me show Henry. Oh, I want to show Henry doing something first. Hold on. So Henry Thrun mentioned Dinobots. I have my Battle of the Primes Grimlock here, G2 Grimlock. It's awesome. I like this Grimlock a lot.
Oh, you got the blue one.
Yes, and this
Oh,
it
you
transforms very
bastard.
easily too. So this is like one of my favorite. And I have the Masterpiece Grimlock up there, but I prefer this one because it's easy to transform and stays in place. This is actually a well-made figure. I love this figure. So, yes.
So, Elias, I'm gonna showcase something. Give me a second here.
Hey, Big Bandolier. Yeah. Okay. So Big Bandolier says the New York Juiceosaurus or the Nishgir This year?
Sour.
So last month, maybe big.
Oh wait, hold on. Prime is big and big. As if I couldn't.
Okay. So we have the Brachiosaurus here.
Right.
We have the Triceratops. There is a new Stegosaurus coming out in about 10 days. That's the old version. We have every single version of the herbivores, and then we have the carnivores down here, the big ones. And then over here, look, I have Billy Tucci's signed poster down here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
What a segue.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
This is reminding me of my old Shacklefeld streams when we did shit like this.
Awesome.
Oh, we have some breaking news, boys, on the war between Israel and that
what a way to
other
bring down the
desert
chat.
country.
Go ahead. What happened?
Dr. Simon Guddick says, breaking, France has already surrendered.
Oh, damn. Ouch. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe I don't know how true that is because France is like almost becoming Frankenstein now.
Yeah.
So they may not be as white flaggy as they used to be. Who knows?
Oh! Look what Henry Bemis said at 10:25 last night. Look what he said.
Before I show Henry Bemis, Michael Deitch says, "Be sure to show the girl this room on the first date." So there you go.
That's right.
Now let me see what Henry Bemis said. Okay. Wait. Henry Bemis says, "LOL, John's long box and Michael."
No. 10:25 last Matt. 10:25.
Okay, hold on. Let me go up. 10:25. Here we go. Okay. Vaginas are drying up in 10-mile radius as you show up your toy.
and then look who responded underneath him.
Colors?
No, Carol points an arrow towards his comment, saying yes, they agree with that. Congratulations, we're making the vaginas turn into dry zones. It's awesome.
That's right. Good.
Men need their hobbies. Men need their hobbies.
Okay, serious question, Prime. Are you going to grow your facial hair?
I just shaved it tonight.
Don't do that again. It is so weird having a stream without your facial hair. It's like I got to check to make sure you're of age.
Look. You have to understand. You have to understand. I'm trying to grow more facial hair, so I'm having to constantly shave in areas to grow it out. Because if I don't, I look like I have a fucking neck beard. If I have my mustache with the little point underneath my lip, it just makes me look like I have a pedo stash, and it really
your
creeps me
face
out.
is like your chin threw it up.
No,
grow your hair.
Look, my face looks like Uncle Buck.
Oh God! Please grow your fucking facial hair. Oh God! Oh.
You remind me of the bald Chinian from Men in Black.
Really?
The truth is that just wear a mask. He says. So,
just wear a mask. Just wear a mask. You know, I did that for a while on Testy Stream. Remember, I was oh God,
Daily
what was
Bogus?
it? No. It was originally Dead Dick Dale. Remember?
Oh right, yeah. And then you became the Daily Bogus.
Yeah, then I became Daily Bogus. That's right. God, that was a stupid fucking character, wasn't it? Daily Bogus. God, stupidest shit I ever did. And then falling out of my chair.
You falling out of your chair is probably one of the most funny things you've ever done.
KSS says, "Are you going to grow your facial hair? What the hell are you talking about? He never had one."
Oh wait, hold on, wait. We got an update on Rob's campaign.
Refund my money. Ooh.
8 minutes ago, Christopher Bouchard says refund my money. So yeah, it's gonna grow. Like the resentment's gonna grow. So there you go. So it's gonna be curious to see how he weathers the storm in the next couple of days.
All right, segue time. RoboCop, the model kit. I have not built it yet.
Oh,
More nice. Is drawing right now. There you go.
Look at that. It's 1/12 scale too, dude. And it has a movable holster part in the leg.
Oh, 1/12 scale?
1/12 scale, yeah.
Is it on par with the NECA RoboCop?
I have no idea yet. That's why I need to build it, but it's from Good Smile Company.
Here's my
NECA
NECA
usually produces decent stuff.
There you go. See, look.
I'd be shocked if it sucks, to be honest.
Well, you remember, Ian, I have a 3D printer now, so I'm planning on probably in the future.
Prime, is that you? Okay, I hear it too now. Somebody's fapping. Somebody's fapping.
That's Prime tapping his leg.
No,
He can't...
no, that's me sitting down in my chair because I had to get up, walk across my room, pick up the item, and sit back down.
No.
So when you sit back down, it makes a fapping sound.
Hey, hang on. Let's test this theory out. Did you hear it, Dan?
What the hell is that? What the hell is
chair.
that?
It's the fucking chair. So
It's
got
not...
like a rubber.
Okay, no. Okay, hold on. Let me show. Prime, listen to this. Listen to this. Now, you know what you didn't just hear? You didn't hear fapping. So what is fapping when you sit down?
Right.
I don't fucking know. Maybe it's WD-40 time for the chair. I have no idea.
That's clapping? Is it your ass cheeks that are clapping together because they actually fit in the seat? What is that fapping sound?
That's Prime having restless leg syndrome. As it's referred to.
No.
See, everybody's hearing it now. You can't escape it.
We hear the fapping. Yeah, see?
Hey, it's hey,
Raptor, we're talking about fapping. Busted is terrible terminology.
Oh,
Stop
God, no.
it right
Oh,
now.
Oh, no.
Don't do it.
Oh, God. Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just the chair. It needs WD-40 most likely. It's a chair I got from Restore. Honestly, it's a hand me down.
See, Colors is now saying this is the fapping. Yeah, so there you go. So Prime is
And-
fapping when he sits down.
And
It's abnormal, Prime. You know that. It's
well, I'm sorry, it's not normal. It's kind of natural for me.
Get a new chair, says Henry. That's right.
No, I'm not gonna get a new chair. Fuck you.
Please get a new chair because that's abnormal. That's unhealthy.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna do the Katie did thing. We're gonna crowdfund me a chair.
Oh my God. You're not a 4 out of 10 housewife, a bored housewife wearing a wig. You can't get that fun.
Ibrick, I may not be a 4 out of 10 housewife, but I'm a 6 to 7 out of 10 gay man. There you go.
Oh no.
Remember, Nick Ocado got people to buy his OnlyFans.
He did. Oh God, he did.
He did.
How did we still have 31 people watching? Like,
because we're entertaining them, last man. That's why.
Stand up, says Henry. Yeah.
I'm in kayfabe. See, now I said it. Now people think I'm not serious. Now they're gonna just like not even take me seriously anymore. I just ruined my brand now. Thank you for ruining my bit. I really appreciate it. Now people are gonna walk away. I'm not gonna get paid. I'm not getting nothing no more. Now I gotta deal with Prime doing. What the hell are you doing, Prime? What the hell are you doing?
Andy's muted. Andy's fucking muted.
We're sitting in the chair. Did you see how the chair sat down? There was nothing fappening. My pants were still on. So what are you talking about?
Oh yeah. He's pretending like he can't stealth zip his fucking zipper before he shows the camera. Yeah, all right.
I am wearing shorts. They have no zipper. They are sports shorts. Where is the zipper on sports shorts?
Wait, Michael Deach says jerking while playing with the toys is the most disturbing thing on YouTube. I know. Really
well,
is.
dude, you don't understand. He's got a problem.
What? I have a problem?
And it's not just horses.
Oh, it's not just horses. Well, what is it, Ibrick?
Did you replace your horse collection with all those dinosaurs?
No, I had the dinosaurs before.
Oh.
I just
lied and say yes. You should have just lied and said yes. I have moved up. Now I'm just focusing on dinosaurs.
If you check my Twitter right now, at G Promicado, it says I love horses, not that way, you sick fuck.
I can't take the last bet seriously anymore. That's
thanks
right,
to you people now. TC now can't take me seriously. I lost a backer now. Just thanks you guys.
Oh, you lost a backer. How did you lose a backer?
Because TC says he can't take me seriously no more. See, look, it's right there.
Well, at least, hey, I agree with Carol. At least I didn't drop the hard R this stream.
Yes, that's right. Henry Throne says he's reaching up the shorts leg. Gross.
No, that's something Ralph does, not me.
No. Ralph leaves the camera on while he's drunkenly beating off. There's a bit of a difference there. He doesn't try to stealth his way.
I can't dispute that. I can't dispute the correlation. It's happening again
fab-
when you're showing off for dinosaurs.
Oh no.
Well, I'm sorry. I like my dinosaurs. Elastimate likes his Godzilla figures, and Einberg likes his.
I don't factor them when I sit down, though.
Actually, Einberg doesn't like anything. He doesn't have a collection of nothing except comic books. What fucking toys do you have in your collection? Besides mine. Besides mine, sitting in your fucking.
Oh God,
room.
no! Oh, your toys! Oh, you fucking degenerates! Oh,
I actually have some anime figurines. They're just in storage.
Oh shit! No. Okay.
Yeah, I've got the entire collection of Valkyrie Profile. I've got the entire collection of Suikoden 2, and I've got the entire collection of Tales of the Abyss.
Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know about the new Dino Rider shit. Okay, hang on, Elasma. I gotta showcase this. I gotta showcase
wait,
this.
hold on. As you're showcasing that, Twilis has the nerve to come in here and say that that's out of line. I take Elasma very seriously. He's the most serious joke in the sector. You know, Twilis, next week, dude, the countdown is continuing. Next week, things are gonna change when we're in the same room, and I'm gonna see you harass me the same way you do on chat. Let's see how well you do, sir. Let's see it. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Let's see how tough you are, how mighty and high you are. We're gonna
You're gonna
see
beat
this.
him off? What?
Oh, God damn it, Prime. Oh, God damn it.
Oh my God! Speaking of terrible things like that, long ago in the before times, before I really cared about like sort of making friend circles online during my trolling days, I used to hang out with a group of dudes that I would play tabletop and whatnot with, and one of them was known for saying remarkably stupid things. He was Yes, he was waiting at a bus stop with some other dudes and one of their mutual female friends, and he informed they were talking about staying and waiting with her at the bus so that she wouldn't get like molested because we were having an issue in the area with quote unquote white people causing issues.
White people, huh?
Yeah, and it was it was particularly funny because they were just like, well, what are you gonna do? And just this dipshit goes, well, if any old men come around, I'll beat them off. I can't even get the sentence out, man. It's just
terrible.
It's so bad, and it became like a quote all throughout our friend group. Like he never lived it down. Because it's just, what do you do with that, right? It's like, bro, phrase it better. Come on.
Oh my God. Yeah, you know, you say the stupidest shit that happens in Canada, but now I start to believe it. I mean, how can I not believe it?
It took you this long to figure it out.
My country is a joke, Prime.
I'm starting to believe that. It's like what goes on in people's heads when they think about Canada? Do they just do they go back to the meme of it with South Park? You know, it's just a bunch of people who smell their own farts.
Yeah, one of the biggest issues is Canadians around the 2000s lost all personal identity. My countrymen's identity became entirely rooted in her. There, at least we're not America. It's like, that's not an identity, you fucking faggot.
That's like the whole like well, at least we're not them, you know.
Yes,
that's the selling point. Yeah,
like your entire identity is I'm not the other thing or I hate the other thing. That's not an identity, you fucking moron.
Oh, okay, just slow it down a little bit, just a little bit, tiny bit.
He doesn't need you to drop the hard R again, Einberg.
I'm not gonna. What? I didn't drop the hard R.
Oh, you didn't.
You both need the beeping.
I said beep. Beep.
Beep.
I said moron last, Matt, not the hard R.
Okay. Okay.
At least he's not jumping out. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. That's the mentality, Henry. Like it's bizarre. I just don't like my countrymen for the most part. A lot of them are just genuinely retarded.
Didn't you say that it was like mostly on the east side, like the west side was different?
Well, yes and no. East Coast, there's a lot of like pure retarded Antifa type lib shits. But the West Coast has its own issues with liberalism, It's got like full-on libertarian retards instead of libshits, who are only marginally more tolerable than libshits, but not by much. Just let the 6-year-old do the drugs, man, is basically our West Coast.
Oh God.
So Prime, where's the Dino Riders?
I'm trying to find it, dude. Like it's a
You promised Dino Riders. You promised it. Where is
I
it?
know, but just give me a second because I don't
No,
want to make
you have more than a second. I want the Dino Riders now, or I want the refund.
You want Dino Riders now, or you want a refund? Is that what you just fucking told me?
That's exactly what I told you. Either give me more Dino Riders, or I want a refund. Prime.
Oh wow. All right. Sure. Give me.
Wow, Prime is CG. Wow. He's a CG king.
KSSS, I don't blame your friend for wanting to stay in the United States. Canada has become awful. Like it. There's a lot of Canadians who think they're like on the right. They think they're right leaning, but they're not. They're just slightly more moderate liberals than the rest of Canada. Actual right leaning Canadians like myself are very, very rare.
Okay, now the chat is demanding refunds now. So Henry Throne wants the Dino Riders.
All right, here we go. Here we go. I found it. I fucking found it.
About time. Where's the screen? Share the screen.
I am. Just give me a second here. 1 second. Okay, and share this. All right, share my screen, Elasma. It's already shared.
Here we go. Okay, so this is what Prime has promised us.
Look right here.
Can you enlarge that? I can.
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh, okay. I used to have the Tyrannosaurus Dino Rider. It was awesome.
Here we go. There we go. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Okay. Nice. That looks dope.
Those look fantastic.
Yeah. Those are pretty good, yeah.
Holy shit.
With the upgrades in like how they make toys now and their articulation and stuff, that's gonna look dope.
Oh, that's fantastic. And these are Dino Riders figures?
These are okay, so Creative Base Studio is a 1/18th scale dinosaur creator web. Like they make accurate dinosaurs based upon their paleo data. They don't try to make anything, like
KSSS
movies.
wants you to biganize that picture. He wants to see.
Yeah, I already did. I did. Right down here. But they tried to make accurate dinosaurs, as you can see. They don't try to make movie style dinosaurs. They try to make accurate. But retail price for this is $207.
Oh, fudge. Damn.
Yeah, dude. So Creative Beast. See, they have Beasts of the Mesozoic, Cyberzoic. So Cyberzoic is probably where they're going to start doing all this. Like, see, like right here, we have a Kilobator. We go to a Kilobator. There you go.
Dude, that's cool.
It's cool, but that's a lot of money though. That damn.
But look, the Kilobator, it actually has it to where it can turn into a rideable saddle, but it also turns into a dog. That's like a cyber dog as a side.
Lord Raptor says if we're still on in 5 minutes, he'll hop on. So he may come on stream for a bit.
Yeah, and see this right here for this one is $147.
Very cool.
But yeah, this guy sculpts and makes stuff. His very first one was the Velociraptors, like this right here. Dude, he's been doing this for about 10 plus years now, and he's got contracts in China now to start making them on a mass-produced scale. The Beast of the Cenozoic, which is now going into the Pliocene era and everything like that. This this is a 1/18th scale mammoth, fully articulated, and this thing is only, well, actually that's the 1/35th scale. Excuse me, but there should be a 1/18th scale one. Hang on, let me go back. Yeah, there it is, 1/18th scale. This one is $214 for the 1/18th scale.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, dude. Like the toy market, like the actual guys who actually know what the hell they're doing and are making independent toys.
Yeah.
People are paying this price because this is already listed on Big Bad Toy Store already. So,
I'm still waiting for my Hiya Godzilla 91 and King Ghidorah 91 from Big Bad Toy Store.
So those are on delay from what right now, from what I understand. Haya is still looking at the tariff situation, probably because they don't want to pay an extra additional 30% on the product.
Well, that sucks
So
because people are getting those figures now. Like I'm seeing reviews on YouTube.
I know, dude. I've been waiting to get. I'm trying to remember who it was. Namu, I think this company Namu made a 1/12 scale Jurassic Park. It looks just like the Jurassic Park Velociraptor, but it's not underneath the Jurassic Park brand. But it's a $60 figure, and it says it's supposed to come out Q2, but I haven't heard any word from Big Bad Toy Store, even though I have been seeing people have it in their hands right now. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I think it's just up in the air right now with certain people who are having like high quantity orders for Big Bad Toy Store. Like if you got like thousands of orders, those orders are being held for like a major shipment. While if people are ordering like one or two, they're probably getting shipped now or something.
Oh yeah, the toys are all over are getting expensive now. Like my Grimlock cost me like 50. Actually, I got it at a discount at GameStop because I have an account with GameStop. But I think it was like what $50 for this, which 10 years, like 5 years ago, it would have been 40. But yeah, it's
TC says Cyberdog. Don't let Katie D hear that. Oh God.
Mm-hmm. It'll sext me and it looks cool. Oh boy.
We've got the viewership down to 25. You know, 25 is the highest I would have gotten for these indie comic outlier streams, but today was a special stream and we got
We started showing toys. We lost the women.
Of course we did. Thank you, Prime. Even my woman just changed and she starts playing her PlayStation now.
Transformers has too many lines.
I gotta work hard to kind of get her in the mood again now because you killed it for Primor.
I'm sorry.
Felsbug has a valid point in chat. He says Transformers has too many lines and the prices are too damn high.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible, Ein.
What?
It's going around Twitter, but someone has the last photo of one of the passengers on Air India.
Oh God, is this safe for stream?
Oh yeah, it's safe for stream. Hang on.
What is the context?
It's just a selfie. So apparently, this is the last picture. This is coming from Matt Wallace. One of the saddest photos ever taken. This was the family.
Okay, so wait.
This was the
was
family.
This a plane that crashed?
Yeah, this was the family who was on that plane. Apparently, according to Matt Wallace.
Okay, so this is the downer, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad. I'm a sad boy now. Sad. There you go. Damn. Did you hear the reason why they couldn't fly the plane?
I did not hear the reason.
They couldn't fly planes because apparently, and there's another video of it, it did not have enough lift to get off the tarmac, and the last report they have for the pilots was engine failure.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So they were already mid-flight with an engine failure.
Colin wants me to end the stream, and just for that...
No, we're not into the stream. We're putting Lord Raptor on here. We're getting the viewers back.
But I want to share this from Tyler from Jordan Talk. He replied to Student of God's tweet about the Rob Hunter campaign. Tyler says, quoting Rob Hunter, the point of crowdfunding in theory is to cover my bills while I work and promote the project, is the most retarded thing I've read this week. These people are so freaking lazy and disrespectful to customers with no time management skills or really any good skills at all. Yeah, they deserve a... It's
no, that's precisely it. Like you can like or dislike Tyler, but that doesn't make him wrong.
No, he's right on this one. Look, Tyler's read a lot of things. I don't have an issue with Tyler. Like he gets his books fulfilled. So as far as I'm concerned, any advice he gives, you should listen because he's getting his stuff done. You know, he gets his books done.
Yeah,
he has his fan base. He's got a library.
It's something I've noticed about a lot of creators that they don't seem to understand. Get your work done for the day. Get your side work done for the day. Get everything. Get your ducks in order. You need to have a routine. Do your work, like whatever it is.
Did you just say the D word?
He did. He absolutely did. He did.
I did. Unintentionally, funny enough. It's just the phrase I typically use. I didn't mean to be racist there, but I'll do it again. Deliberately next time. Matt's like, fuck you. But no, you need a routine. Work, Do your work, do your side gig, then you can play. You cannot play before your chores are done. Broccoli before steak, boys. We had that saying in my friend group when it came to gaming.
Wait,
Broccoli before steak.
who the fuck is eating the steak first before the broccoli? Who the fuck's doing that?
I do that.
Oh my god, you did it at the steak dinner with Ethan, didn't you? I knew it.
That's what the steak is for. You eat that delicious steak. Yes, you go right into it. The broccoli is an addition to the steak. Who eats their broccoli first?
It's not a garnish. It's a side dish.
Who eats their broccoli? Why do you fight me on this one? Who eats their broccoli before steak? I have never heard of that. That is anathema. That is.
When you have fresh steamed broccoli with garlic butter, you eat it first so it doesn't turn cold. So
that way you can have the steak cold. That makes perfect sense, right?
No, the steak is still fucking steaming from the fucking fire.
Wait, did you just get nasty at me? Did you just curse me out? You know what? You're kicked. Goodbye. You're done. You don't curse me out. I'm respectable here. I make comics. I am this generation's Frank Miller, dude. Respect me, because I am gonna be an influence to your kids when they read my comics. What do you say about that, Primor? What do you say about that?
What kids?
Felsbuck says, "Last man's right. Steak first." So there you go.
Yeah, no, it's I like from a practical standpoint. I agree. I always eat my steak first, but I just mean like when it comes to like actually working on things, it just you need to have a good work ethic. You have to be diligent. You have to hold yourself accountable. And if you can't hold yourself accountable, if you can't hold yourself accountable, you need to have a taskmaster.
I'm surprised that Rob didn't have anyone in his circle to guide him. That's the thing. Like, you mean to tell me he was on the panel with the other CG Kings and they didn't guide him on how to handle the finances, right?
Yeah.
No, last Matt. No one told him that he could have set up an interest-bearing account and nearly put half of that, and he would have had the same money within 2 years. Someone told him that.
Yeah, I see that is like the thing that is the biggest head scratcher of it all. He had all these people in a circle, but no one to tell him that no, that's not what you do, man. You don't touch that money until it's time to get the books done.
No one told him that you could still work a side job and pay your bills and still have the money to fulfill the projects. No one told him that.
Yeah.
No one told him that he could do commission draw streams to get people to draw him anything, and he sends it off to him like Billy Tucci drew a Godzilla for somebody 3 years ago and signed his name to it. No one told him that. No one told him that he could go gay for pay and be a twink on OnlyFans. No one told him that. Like, seriously, I don't understand how people don't understand how to make more money. Like, if you're first, like, Elias, Matt, I've known you since 2020 when it was the Pangea days. You were scrubbing fucking toilets with a side job. Okay?
Yes, I was. Mm-hmm.
You were producing books, scrubbing toilets. This guy took everybody's money and ran off with it.
Dude, he did worse. Eliasmat, well, some of the stuff Eliasmat had to do when he was talking to us, he did worse than scrubbing toilets.
Well, I'm just going to stop it right there because I don't want to go into it even more than that. But what I'm trying to say is that Eliasmat busted his ass. He busted his ass to pay bills, to take care of his wife, to write, draw, print, ship, and make something.
It is once again the difference between someone who is conscientious and someone who is not. None of these people are conscientious. That's the issue. They lack diligence, they lack personal responsibility, and they lack they're awful.
So these are the some of the latest comments about Rob Hunter's Death Raider campaign thing. So Chris Hunter, who we saw on the comment section, asking Ethan if he saw the latest post on the IGG sad news. Ben Amon says, I'm only missing Rob Hunter's Death Raider, Kelsey Shannon's Scribbles, and Jimmy Reyes' Dragon Rage. I'm pretty sure I won't be getting any of them. Ouch. Chad says, I'm hoping that Rob Hunter will get his shit together and reappear. I gave him $75 for Death Raider, which was looking promising, and he's disappeared off of social media. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
This
boy.
is yesterday. I think this was posted yesterday. So
Yeah. Wow.
just
Yep.
just an example of some of the comments that's been popping up with regards to this. So yeah, like I say, it's going to it'll escalate probably most likely. Escalate meaning the amount of
Refresh. I
people.
want to see if anybody said anything new.
Let's see. So no, it's still 20 comments. So nothing new in the last 21. Okay, now we're new. Okay, someone new just holy crap. Hold on. Okay, we got
Yeah, that's a big read.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is James R. Scander. He says, Rob, I'm sorry to hear about your finances, but this book in some form needs to come out. The art is beautiful. Definitely would prefer a physical book since that is what I paid for, but even a PDF is better than nothing. As for the amount raised, I think it was a solid campaign because of the art quality. It would have been nice to see it make more. But for a crowdfund from someone who doesn't seem to have a lot of past crowdfunds to build hype, I think you did a respectable amount. I wouldn't write off crowdfunding or your art career so quickly. I would. I know a lot of people who start crowdfunding will work regular boring job and work on their books when they can. That's me. And that way you can keep the money flowing. Of course, the trade-off is the workload. Perhaps instead of chunking your whole comic career, try to grind a job and squeeze art out of it when you can. I think anyone can appreciate you trying to focus just on the book and getting it out quickly, but I'd rather wait longer while someone works on it when they can and staying financially afloat in the process.
And
I don't think anyone gets rich off of comics, at least initially. They do it for the love of the genre. If it were easy and painless, everyone would do it.
I'm going to give some apparently a lot of these friggin' people just don't pay attention to simple things. There are a lot of cost-cutting measures you can do. Meal prep. Don't eat out. It'll save you a lot of money. Buy your ingredients for the week. Do meal prep. Eat cold meals. Sandwiches and things like that you can make and you can prep for a 3 to 7 day span. Keep your meals simple, new and nutritious and tasty.
No, fuck you, I'm getting my porterhouse steak for $26 every day.
No, fuck these idiots. I know you're joking, Prime, but people do that shit. That's the problem. You can minimize your costs. You spend, if you do meal prep, yes, it'll take you an hour to do meal prep, but you've got your meals sorted for an entire freaking week. There's no valid reason to not do it. Stop being lazy. Manage your time better.
Henry Thrun, they make gluten-free bread. Go to a Fresh Market or a Whole Foods. Okay, last Matt. So can I ask a quick question? So if we hadn't ostracized Eric July with his Rippison, do you think that this campaign could have been saved by sitting there having a certain thing where Eric July will take on failed campaigns for a 40% profit margin of having them printed?
The problem is with that 40%, they still need the 60% to have the money present, which he doesn't have.
True enough.
Right.
But let's say that he fulfills the copies that are made and then allows to retain the rights like an Amazon book exclusive, like how you put your book on Amazon and they still print it and produce it and then pay you a dividend what they make on the sales.
I mean, it's possible. I think, again, this is why, like you mentioned, them ostracizing Eric July. Like, this is another option or resource for a creator to have to make the fulfillment of the books simpler and more of a guarantee. But no, now these people become isolated onto themselves. So now they're left to fail on their own.
Yeah, because that's what I'm sitting here thinking. It's like, a lot of people could have used Rippison like an outlier, like Amazon Books, and been able to agree to a term where Eric July owns the book for X amount of years to be able to reprint, but fulfills the campaign because you fucking failed it and fucked it up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm sitting here thinking that could have been done, but Ethan wants to harp about my $1 million.
Yeah, Henry, I don't think Eric July's going to help him even if he wanted to, because it's still going to require the money, and Rob Hunter doesn't have the money. Eric July ain't going to work for free. So,
that's the thing, right? That's the biggest fucking issue right now. So many things that need to be fulfilled. So many people have been fucked over. So many projects that still look great and could actually be printed because all the art files are there, but they just were stupid.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying in the chat, like, if they didn't alienate Eric July, they could have just listened to the advice about creators learning to manage money better. Well, they didn't want to listen because they want to parrot the insults that they levied at Eric July. They want to parrot those insults. They want to parrot the criticisms, whatever. So they put themselves in an isolated island, and this is the result of it. failure campaigns that lose money, that don't put out the books, or campaigns that are minimizing the amount of books, the amount of money they're getting in because backers are leaving, customers are leaving.
And get people like Gabe Hoffman to literally just start trolling the shit out of you because you're stupid with your campaign finances and how
Gabe
long it takes.
Hoffman, Jesse from Pot Awful,
Yeah.
all these guys are they're finding about CG that it ain't good. These guys with bigger platforms are finding out about Comicsgate, and what they're finding out ain't good, and they're trolling you guys, they're trolling you in CG, and the word is getting out there, and these backers are walking away. The campaigns ain't making as much money as they were before because you're doing the same crap. You're not listening to criticism. You're insulting customers. You're ostracizing other creators in the sphere that have resources that can help you. You're doing it all to yourselves. So
Yeah, and
this is the result of it.
And this is big money, man. This is big money. We're talking thousands of dollars. And this is the problem I had because I talked about this last couple weeks ago with a bunch of people before. We're and I think KSS was part of this conversation, but what is going to stop somebody from reaching out to all these people who have their real names on these campaigns, finding their Facebooks, and they're just tired of it? They're tired of Comicsgate getting away with this, and they just file a class action lawsuit in the state that the creator's in.
Nothing will stop them, in point of fact.
I mean, it's going to take a collective to do that, and that collective would have to engage even before that gets to that point. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, this is getting out of hand. This is really getting out of hand, and no one's listening. No one's basically trying to. They're not trying to do the right thing, and Ethan is just doing the same shit, and it's just gonna get worse. I feel like it's just gonna get worse.
Right. So Riververse has had some issues with their books, printing issues, or whatever case is, quality, whatever you want to say. You know what issues they haven't had? Getting the books out to the customers.
Nope.
No, they seem to have had a very successful time at doing it. Oh wait, hold on. Speaking of the opposite of success, hold on. Wait, damn it. Okay. Now I get to play this intro again.
The hell was that? It's your intro.
Woo! There you go.
By the way,
Is that Godzilla snorting booger sugar? What the hell was that?
Yeah. Yes. And he's looking at a Philippine April. That's right.
Wait, wait, Death Raider had 3D assets too?
Oh God!
Is that
Is that my bar?
Yeah, that's
Matt Bar. Yeah, Matt, are you asking for a link? If you are, I'll give it to you. I don't know if you wanted to come on. Let me know, and I'll shoot you a link. Might as well. But there is a concern, Raptor, that if I bring you on the stream, you're not going to stream on your channel. So I just want people to let people know that won't happen. This is like a quick.
Well, I mean, what the hell was you just saying? That's the opposite of success, and then you play my intro. What the hell was that?
What? Hang on. Alas, Matt.
Yep.
What is going on? What's going on? What?
Oh no! Oh, damn.
What? What?
Oh, damn it! Oh gosh. Oh.
Now you got a meme to share. You can clip that. You're welcome. But yeah, Raptor will stream. Don't worry. It'll just be like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Raptor, Jesus.
Raptor's got a lot of stuff to go over, so we're gonna let him go over.
Yeah, including Cody being a troon chaser.
Oh God!
Didn't I call that in that conversation we had months and months ago? Funny as shit. Anyway,
It's really stepped in some shit this time.
Order Reactor says, looks like Jimmy Reyes will not deliver his book. That money he raised was in US dollars, which goes much further in South America. He's going to run with the money.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens, dude. Like, most of these... What you're seeing with ice raids right now is the same shit you're seeing right now with Comicsgate. They're taking the money and running. That's basically it. Because people don't know this, but if you're from Mexico and you make money here in the United States, your peso is on a 2-to-1 ratio. Arriba! So you could be richer in Mexico than you can here in the United States. Why do you think Ralph moved to the Yucatan?
It's a gay dog.
These are my dogs. They're my therapy dogs.
No, they're tacos. I can't believe you're still keeping them alive as you're shaving meat off their ribs.
Thank God Javage is not here.
Wait, Java?
His name is Jabbage. He's in the band zone. We call him Jabbage.
Oh, okay. So we don't have to play his intro tonight. Thank God.
Listen, them gay
No,
dogs
he
are
always
living
plays
their
intro
best
because
life.
What's up?
I was saying your gay dogs are living their best life. They're not like a sunny dog, like a Ricada pup, locked in the bathroom,
They're my
cold,
happiest
scared,
creature.
all alone.
Peeing on carpets. Hey, that sounds oddly
Being
familiar.
on carpet, shitting on the floor.
Well, in the bathroom. He only lives in the bathroom because it's a Ricada dog.
That appears to be a dog problem in general. Oh, you didn't put me out when I wanted to go out. I'm going to piss and shit on everything.
Hey, I had a thought about that. How much do you think? How much you think of this possibility? Ricada filled the bathtub up all the way with water, so that way he didn't have to keep watering the dog.
Yeah, they like a little swim, like have a little jacuzzi bath on it. Yeah.
God, I hope he's not that retarded. But
I mean, you'll see that bathroom. It was a very nice bathroom. The dog was living his best life.
Hey, dude, Prime was doing trying to do the Lord's work earlier and watching that Gabe Hoffman piano stream, and he made it like 15 minutes before he was like, "God, this bitch is boring."
No, I made it 20.
Yes, she is.
No, I made it 22 minutes into Keanu, and I couldn't take it anymore because they just kept reading super chat. So when you get to the brass of things, it was boring as shit.
Keanu is boring. She's an obnoxious whore. Like
hard on.
The Norm McDonald joke applies to everyone in the Ricada scenario. You know the one.
Yes. So Raptor, what do you think of the shrine to your dead ancestors? What do you think of?
What does that? I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Rob Hunter right now. What my dead ancestors?
Yeah, the dinosaur shrine in my room. What do you think?
Hold on. Okay, wait. Hold on. So how familiar are you with what happened with Rob Hunter, Raptor?
Not at all. I am out of the loop.
Okay, so do you know the Death Raider comic book that he was crowdfunding?
Yes.
Okay, so he just revealed today that he lived off that backer money. He was paying his bills with it. He called it his livelihood. So that money's gone. So there's no way for him to print the books.
And he just out of nowhere just came out today and decided to announce this to everyone.
Yes, he posted at 1:00 today on his update page on his Indiegogo that he lived off the crowdfunding money. He used it to pay his bills. He said the crowdfunding is to pay his bills. That's what he said.
Oh no!
So now most fans are saying just give us the PDF and we're good. But now he's getting a couple refund requests, and he hasn't even touched a fraction of these 700 backers that are now not getting their book. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw Ethan and Shane trying to spin this and calm the masses down.
So what did they say? What was their spin?
ICG is fine. Everything's good. Nothing to see here. This man never laughed at Ethan's jokes. Clearly dead weight from the beginning. This man never did anything to help CG. And don't worry, guys. I know you're not getting this book as well, as long with the other CG books you've backed. But everything's fine, guys.
Another CG king thrown underneath the bus to save their face. Congratulations.
And then Ethan tries to spin it, and then it's retarded. We'll get into it in a bit. It's a lot to get into.
Yes. Yeah,
I didn't know if there's anything else that I was confused with the cause of what started all this.
Yeah, no, but he said he was living off the funds. It was a crazy situation. Although in this case, all the money went to his bills and so forth. He did finish the book, so that's why his backers are asking for the PDF of the book.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, he has no money to print it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, John. At least with the books from Eric July, you get the books. So
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But Black Man bad.
Yeah, TC, they have to cut him off because it's a bad look right now. Even if they don't think he did anything wrong, they have to cut him off. They're not that foolish as far as I'm
concerned. TC, he never laughed at Ethan's jokes. It was just a bunch of fake laughter. Just a bastard.
Yeah,
it was never truly CG.
Of course, right?
Or something like that. I think they're trying to spin it. It's retarded.
Yeah, it's kind of reminded me of a certain Australian individual who did the same thing 2 years ago and then was banned from CG Kings, only to come back.
Oh God, we're not supposed to talk about it. Damn it! I got to update on that later. But no, I saw John Longbox in the chat. I heard some news about him this week. Hell, brother.
Oh yes. Okay, so if you want to cover the John Longbox stuff, yeah. In short, so John made a. If you want, you could check out my video on my channel and then check out his video because my video covers what Richard C. Meyer did by taking a comment that John's Longbox made about Ballerina the movie, and basically he called him a cracker and a peckwood by highlighting a complaint that John had about Ballerina, but didn't highlight the comment where John said he liked the movie. So I showed that on my video.
I love that slur, by the way. Peckerwood's one of my favorites.
So he does that, right? And I put that on my video. Then John made a reply video. So you could, if you want, you watch my video to get it up to speed of what happened, and then you can watch John's reply, because John's reply shows that Richard C. Meyer, because John wrote a reply to Richard on that post, that in which that the same post that Richard took the screenshot of John's comment with Nerdrotic from, and Richard C. Meyer deleted that comment. So John's Longbox made a video reply as a result and showed the comment in question. So if you watch those two videos, you'll get the full picture of it.
All right. Well, thank you. And I will definitely play that and check it out tonight.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Bastard.
Wait, hang on. I just noticed that about your avatar. It says demonetized. Did you get demonetized?
Oh my fucking God! Does nobody watch a show? Why do I even do a show?
Hang on no, I didn't catch your last show. Sorry.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Prime, we literally talked to him about this twice in two separate dead yards, and you don't remember him being demonetized?
No, I didn't. I don't remember him saying that. I said he didn't want to get demonetized. I thought he said he didn't want to be demonetized.
No,
he did get demonetized.
You fucking goober.
Well, speaking of demonetized, and since it's the best time, I'm thinking about dropping a nuke now. So I have been handed off a nuke, and I do have some information that will destroy everything.
Oh, very nice. Wow. Can I join this nuke later on?
Maybe.
Okay. Raptor, what time are you going live tonight?
I just make it up as I go. Probably, I don't know. I gotta go talk to a few people and get a few receipts before I start.
Oh. Okay.
But
I do not have head wounds. Do not have head wounds. I have short-term memory. Okay, like I can retain long memories, but like short shit that people say that I just don't hear over and over again, it just goes out the window.
That sounds oddly familiar.
Hargrave, okay, Hargrave, you're gonna be. Hold on, Hargrave, you're getting targeted by Richard now because you dared say anything negative about that Ballerina movie. You're getting targeted by Richard, so he's gonna take that comment and delete the rest. You're canceled, Hargrave. Richard C. Meyer is going to cancel you. So goodbye. It was nice knowing you.
Wow. How has it become full circle? How have we?
I
don't understand it.
Yeah. I have an honest question. Why should I give a shit what a man who can't put out his books on time and can't parent his children thinks?
You know, that's fair.
You should.
I don't think a lot of people
we just point and laugh.
Just
point and laugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just be regards on the internet. That's what we do.
Oh, no, wait. We have an update. John Longbox says that Richard C. Meyer deleted his post about him. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Tough luck, though, because I have it archived in the video. And so does John Longbox, and John Longbox replies there. So, fuck you, Richard.
We got all the receipts, folks.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Coming after you.
Okay.
You really love that song, don't you?
It's a good song. It gets stuck in my head all the time.
You need me to end the stream now so you can get ready and start at a reasonable time, Raptor?
Don't ever end. No, I'm just here for fun. Don't ever have to stop anything for me. I'm just a retard hanging out right now.
Oh, no, because I like to, if you're going to start a stream at some point, I want to get settled in and everything so I can hear the stream and make sure that you have all the receipts you need.
Oh, yeah. No, let's, I mean, we can end it right now and talk about it backstage and get stuff set up if you want. I mean, the show must go on, people.
Yes. So, okay. So we're going to end stream here. Everybody head over to Raptors at some point. He's going to start a stream later on. So we're going to be, although John Zabok is giving you guys credit for calling Richard C. Meyer a shitty father. So there you go. He's going to click this now and spurg out. I hope he does because I will make content out of Richard C. Meyer. But we're going to end stream here. I think we pretty much said what we had to say. So thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll be back next week. There won't be any comic outliers because next week I'll be on the road headed to North Carolina. So I won't see you guys next week on here.
Don't you dare come to my town.
You're 4 hours away, so no.
I will hunt you down, the last man, and I will.
Are you threatening me?
Yes, I'm going to deport you. I'm going to deport you.
El Twittle is true leader of the war campaign. Wait, what?